Hello.
You just missed it. Spartan
just missed
unloaded
it.
his fucking gossip bomb like a fucking
gossip bomb.
Gossip bomb.
And then he's like, "Oh, the show started.
Oh, we got to go live. We can't talk about it.
So I can't talk about it."
I didn't say I couldn't talk about it. I didn't say that at all.
Sesh. What is going on, everybody? It's Monday night again. Hopefully, you're able to hang out for a little while with us. Make sure that you give the stream a thumbs up and switch over to live chat so you are on top of all of the gossip bombs as they are dropped.
We missed all the gossip bombs.
Which one are you,
You missed it too, buddy. You came in at the last fucking 10 seconds.
Spartan, are you Blanche or are you Rose?
Rose.
I think I'm a Sophia.
Oh, you are Sophia.
Yeah, I think I'm a Sophia.
You are Sophia.
She's right on the same wavelength as me.
Picture it, Sicily, 1941.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. Baked as Dorothy.
Oh yes. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's Dorothy for sure.
Stick in the mud.
Stick in the mud.
No, the science minded.
What's stick in the mud supposed
the logical
to mean?
One.
Yes,
someone that is not very fun and rather unflappable, my friend.
Oh,
damn,
wow! All right, Bilbo. All right.
Damn.
But she's funny. She has some good one-liners.
She definitely does. Yeah.
I'll have you know I'm very fun. Sequence was just playing a video game with me before this.
Can we get some finger guns on that?
Pew pew pew. No, I actually shouldn't. I gotta take those back.
Okay.
Anyways.
Did you get
I lost.
Did you get owned?
Sequence won, so.
Oh damn!
Well,
from another state.
Yeah.
You can't be losing to those Missouri dudes like that, man. That's just not going to go down here like that.
Oh, he's a Michigander. It's okay.
He's in Missouri right now. That's where the IP was from, bro.
It's always fun hanging.
If you go to Missouri, and should I call you a Missourian?
Debatable on the fun.
Debatable on the fun.
Oh wow! Oh
shit, man.
Well, I'll be playing
Yeah,
solo tomorrow.
I was hanging with. I don't even remember. I've been over there so many times, dude. But what day was it where we were hanging and ran into your neighbor and ended up being the guy that I knew? And now we might have a new buddy hanging around.
What? He smelled those plants and said, "I got to get to know these cats."
Oh, actually, he's talking about he might grow his own or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what day, but yeah, we pulled down to my street and he was at the stop sign. He did one of those like old man, like kind of leaned into the windshield to see who it was because he saw a Spartan, I think. And so I stopped. I saw like it kind of felt like I should stop, so I stopped and rolled down the window, and he rolled his down, and Spartan goes, "Jimmy," and his name wasn't Jimmy. But it was the guy Spartan was thinking of. It just that wasn't the right name.
Hey, you get half credit for that.
You're muted, buddy. You've been muted for a minute there.
I was like, I call his real name's Johnny.
Yeah.
So I got the J and the Y right, but everything in the middle I had fucked up.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Holy moly!" They bonded like two union workers. You know, I don't know.
I used to be a steward, man.
Yeah.
I helped him out a lot.
So yeah, then we found out he might be into some D&D type stuff too.
Oh, he's cut after the same shit, man.
Yeah, we might pull an old timer into there. Older timer, I should say. But,
so you're saying you are in fact old, right?
No,
that's what I'm hearing.
That was the dig on Spartan.
No
I'm nowhere near his age.
Wow.
Wow.
Rude.
We're starting off on the right foot.
Daddy Red.
Cheers, Daddy Red.
So nasty and so rude.
Well, damn, Skilbo, you deleting messages in chat? You got me all.
I know.
I'm such a fucking dumbass. I'm sitting here holding my phone, listening to these fucking stories, and then I'm like, I look up and I'm like, why is there a fucking message deleted? Then I'm like, God damn it, it's me.
Oh my goodness,
fucker, man. That's what let me put this fucking phone down, man. You know what?
Yeah.
Just for that hashtag. Fuck it.
Wow.
Get it started right.
I'm not even prepared.
I'll have to turn my camera off once I get the fucking sweats and all that other good shit going. But
Oh, you got what do you got there, Skilbo?
I am looking for something right now. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Everything I have is old, so we'll see what old one is gonna be the one that we use this time.
We got Spartan with the Durban Poison from Winewood Organics.
I'm jealous.
Yeah,
don't
that
got much
one's perfect for starting a show too. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that.
That's what you
Hold on,
got
I'm
left?
gonna go grab it.
Yeah, that's all I got left.
oh, we hit that every.
Is
We'd
that
be like, oh,
pH
time to
level?
go work in the garage.
Hit that
Let's
Durban.
let's hit the Durban. Oh, we finished in the garage. Let's go hit the Durban. That's what we would do.
That sounds good. I
Yes,
haven't had
yeah.
that in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll probably go down to down there again and get some more of the Durban. I really like it.
Hell yeah, I need to
What's
try
the
Yeah.
earliest time the hash bell has been running late sesh?
It sometimes it's early. I
Is
take
this
take
the
blame
earliest?
for it, man. No, the earliest is when we did the 8-minute fucking flights, man. That's when it was. We are
Oh,
further
well,
than-
no, this is
Oh, we're
beyond
not.
it. This,
We are
I
not
was gonna
8 minutes
say
into the
we
show.
started at
Okay,
11:08.
There you
This
go. You
is,
never know what's gonna happen in the late session. You got to stay tuned.
Yeah. Let me grab my stuff now that y'all got settled.
Okay.
By the way, Baked, get your seeds. Have you made a decision on those?
Oh yeah, I got the winner. I got the winner.
Well, wait, and don't tell the winner
Yeah,
of
don't
the
wait a
Instagram
minute.
poll yet.
Yeah, let's do a poll here because you did try to fuck people around by changing the order on your fucking post today.
Wait, hold
Nice
on.
fucking try.
I want to know what you mean by that, because what
the order that you because I remember specifically when you asked me, or when we were talking on the last episode, I said I'd pick the one in the middle one. But then when I looked at your post today, it wasn't the fucking middle one. You changed it on me.
That's how you remembered it?
Yeah,
the
dude,
middle, left or right?
No, I remember it was Warheads. There was a Warhead cross.
Well, then you just read the word Warhead.
I had to, yeah. It wasn't the middle. I was like, "Fuck, this guy."
I tell you what, if I get 2 more complaints of the similar nature, I will never do that again.
All right, I'm making 2 accounts right now.
Yep, there it is. 2 accounts. One in the burner.
It's gonna be like Spartan 001. He can't resist making a Spartan something.
See, the thing is, in the pre-show, he set you up for this by saying he was going to try to verify his account because there's all these other puppet ones.
Oh yeah,
there's probably a Spartan Drone 17 out there somewhere.
It's gonna be Greek Warrior 420. I know what that is.
Greek warrior from Sparta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not me. What are you thinking, man?
Oh.
Jesus.
But yeah, I got the winner. I don't know. I mean, technically it's till the morning, but I think it's a pretty far winner on the percentage. But I guess I'll just announce it. So this week I'll be popping some garlic sauce.
Good man.
And that one, I think 64%.
That's what I chose. I like that one too.
I'm pretty excited that one. And then the second, the one under that was the Warhead one, Spartan, but that only had like 20%. And then the poor Mimosa one got like 2 votes. It was far from winning. But I'm excited because my last raw genetics was just really good. Like that stuff stunk up the house. It was gassy. So looks like it'll be garlic sauce.
I like it, man.
Yeah. Another GMO cross for me. I got the chemo growing. And that's literally like GMO. Like it was supposed to be a project they made to not stretch and like reduce the stretch from GMO. And this thing stretches as much, if not more, than GMO. I got one cola that has a tiny bleach spot on the top, and so I had to raise my lights and turn them down.
How tall is it right now?
From the pot?
Yeah.
Probably like 4 or 5 feet.
All right.
Monsters. Yeah, the Lemon Dozy Dough does that too. It's like taller than GMO right now. With GMO and veg, Lemon Dozy Dough's exceeding the GMO flour too. GMO actually is not much taller than some of the other varieties in there. It's kind of surprised.
Spartan, who are you going to shout out?
Oh, shouting out Sequence because he's been a member for 22 months.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, there you go.
Cheers, Sequence.
Yeah.
Hope everything is
Cheers,
he had some
Sequence.
fucking killer looking barbecue today.
Yeah, man.
In St. Louis. Looked amazing.
Kingfisher says, Skilbo, any of the 2020 outdoor strains showing out? Yes, sir. I'm really, really happy with the Snow G structure. I have a couple of those growing. They both are really, really nice. They're getting big. What else? I have the Something Good is starting to get a nice stem rub on that. The Humboldt Afghani is catching up to everything else. Let's see, what was the other one that's out there? I was telling him in the pre-show that my little glue sniffer, the Auto, man, fucking reeks like crazy already. So I'm really happy with that, but it's a super leafy motherfucker.
Cheers, okay, good. Thank you.
By super leafy, how leafy are we talking?
We're talking about the kind where as the plant matures, you're going to start to see buds on top of buds that turn into one gigantic fucking super bud. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens.
Oh my gosh.
And as far as what I am grinding up, I want to give a shout out to Clay Pipes. This is an 11% CBD and a 6% THC 2-to-1 that I got. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out. Thank you, Michigan Bros Grow Show. We appreciate it.
I want my $2.
I want my $2. I want my fucking $1.58 is what I fucking want. Now there's a callback for you.
Really curious number $2.
That
What's
is.
he trying to say?
Not bad price
Hey,
for
you
a
guys
sequel.
got a tree fitty?
You know you can't buy that fucking movie anywhere, Skilbo?
No?
Nope.
Wow, that's a fucking crock.
I know. I tried. I wanted to show it to him. He's never seen it. Have you guys seen the I Want My $2 movie? Better Off Dead?
Better off dead.
Spartan, you probably have.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look at it.
No?
No, I don't see lots of movies, man. I don't watch them.
Who's in it?
But this was back in
What's
the
that,
day. This was,
Oh, I did watch them back in the day. I don't. It doesn't sound familiar.
oh man, it's where I fell in love with the '69 Camaro.
Yeah, he's got a 69 Camaro, the boombox thing. That's a
Who's in
meme
it?
that's been out there for a long time.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that movie, but I know what you're talking
You know
about.
which
from
one
the
it is.
Boombox.
Yeah, I don't think I
The
saw
Boombox,
that one.
Yeah.
No, that's not Better Off Dead.
No,
Better Off
no.
Dead is the one where he's just fucking
They're all the same.
heartbroken because his girl goes with the captain of the ski team. And so he just like spends the whole rest of the time trying to be like this fucking ski man, but he's really not, and he's a nerd.
Yeah.
And so he,
And it has
every time he
Booger
goes up
from
to the stoplight
Revenge of the
in his
Nerds.
shitty car, he ends up getting next to these Asian guys with this really tits '69 Camaro. You guys have not seen this movie? What the fuck? And then the French girl, the French foreign student, ends
There's
up.
Booger right there. See?
We have a lifetime for him, and she was there the whole time. And then he realized at the end that she was the one that he wanted, and not
Yeah.
the stupid dumb chick that dumped him. So nobody has seen it.
80s films,
Come
man.
on, chat. Somebody in chat has seen this movie.
I can't
You're
say I
having-
have.
You know what it is Painted Lady, you're having a Skillbo moment. You are out on an
I'm
island.
surprised Bake
Nobody
hasn't
knows
seen
what
it,
you're
'cause
talking
every
about.
movie
And
I
it
ever
makes you
think
feel
of,
really
he's
bold.
seen.
I'm very surprised. I haven't
But,
seen it.
I mean,
That I
that's
haven't
a
seen it.
classic, all-time classic movie.
Well, there you go,
Back
Bake.
up,
You gotta
chat.
fucking better watch it there. Yeah,
I know
believe
some of
you
you
haven't seen
fuckers
it.
are old.
We're
Where's
gonna.
Blue
You got
Kids for me?
VHS up there, Painted Lady?
Huh?
You got VHS or anything of it?
They said you
Probably
can get
used to.
Kingfisher says it's Amazon Prime, man.
Thank
It
you,
would be on VHS.
Kingfisher.
Whoa! Where is this, Spartan?
Amazon Prime is what Kingfisher says.
Oh, goddamn. That's good.
You want me to
Good
go?
luck.
I looked
No, I
at
want you.
For Amazon Prime?
I'm fine with you ripping them off. I don't want you to pay for it.
Well, I already
There'll be
paid
no
for it.
pirates from Spartans.
Oh, why would you do that?
Because when you pay for Prime, you get video.
You like
It's
Kingfisher?
something like that. Anything grows. It's not like I don't remember if it's John Hughes, but you're real. Yeah,
It seems like it would
the
be.
same track, but it's so funny, and it's just so weird.
John Cusack. John Cusack.
So 80s.
It's funny
Yeah.
because one time I can't remember who it was now, but we were having a it wasn't us, but I was having a conversation with another group of people, and there was actually a bunch of gamer people that I used to game with, and we're having the conversation of who, if if so and so had to be a celebrity, look like a celebrity, who do they look like? And that's what they brought up for me was that John Cusack guy, that I look like him. I'm like,
Got a hell of a beard these days, huh?
Without the beard, you probably
yeah, without the beard. That time I didn't have the beard. It was way shorter. It was
you
just
probably
fresh.
would kind of, because I think he's tall too. If I remember. Anyway.
There is a
How's
burger
those-
claymation
How's
portion.
those outdoor plants looking, Painted Lady? They got to be fucking huge by now.
They're
over the
huge.
fence yet?
They're huge, and the one shepherd's pie took a big hit during that storm the other day. Even tied to a 8-foot bamboo pole.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
one that was really laden with leaves, though, right? Just like super dense all the way up and down.
It was the one, like when you're looking down the steps, it was the
Yeah.
one to the left, the one to the very left right there. It's big, and I mean I deal with it every year because I don't trellis, and I know I'm going to deal with it. But like I said, it's not like I do my best to try to use like I use bamboo poles, and then I use soft wire. And then I just kind of go around and try
Make
to
a
make
hoop
sure
out
the
of it.
branches are as tight as they can. Usually I don't have to do it this early in the season. Usually it's when they get the flowers on them and they start hanging that I usually have to do that. But I'm surprised I have to do it so early. But that storm was pretty wicked. That wind that's been whipping through there has been kind of, I don't know, telling them what's up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I might lose a few branches to that one. Around that one, and
They might knuckle up too, though.
They're all kicking the what?
They said they might knuckle up too, though, if they get really battered from the wind and shit. It could
I'm
toughen
trying to
them up.
save them. I'm duct taping them up and propping them up with wire just to see if I can save the branches and get them to knuckle up. But we'll see. If not, then I'll just cut them off. But we'll see. But yeah, they're big. I know I deal with it every year because it just gets so big. So. Yeah, unless I trellised them, there's not much I can do other than hope for the best and hope that they're strong. And like I said, the Ethos ones are standing tall, and the Afterglow's out there kicking ass. So,
Nice.
yeah, look good.
I'm confused with Uncle Rick's comment. Says Spartan Grown, I think you are way too good looking for your height.
If you saw my response, I just said thanks.
That's all you can do. Just thanks, brother. That's it. Just let it ride, and away we go.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
And who knew that Uncle Rick had a midget thing going on? I don't know.
I think we don't know how tall Uncle Rick is. Maybe
5'2".
Yeah, maybe Uncle Rick has a bit of a,
I can see that. Yeah,
I can see that too. I think Becca's taller than he is.
Oh man, is that a low key jab at Becca? She hasn't even said anything yet, man.
I got to get her out here somehow.
No, Becca's
She's
tall.
always taller than I am. I think I'm the shortest one.
See, read through himself under that bus by himself.
Cheers,
We're like
Jack.
the
Cheers,
same.
Jack. How you doing, brother?
Cheers, Jack.
You know, I
Everybody
really
always
like
thinks
this.
I'm super short too.
No,
Apparently, from comments I get.
I look tall because I have a really long torso.
who said you
and I have
look
really
tall,
short
bro?
legs. Oh,
Your nephews?
I can't
Your nieces?
believe it.
Phil is just
My big
killing
uncle.
it today. He's fucking savage.
I'll dial it back.
Don't. I'm enjoying it not being
Nobody
for once.
ever in my life said I was tall. I was tall in 5th grade. I was one of
There
the
you
tall
go.
kids in 5th grade. Yeah,
That's all that matters.
I was tall in 5th grade.
I was
the
tall
last
for a
time I
year.
was tall.
He's tall for a 5th grader, damn it.
That's what he's trying to say, bro.
Are you
Summer of '95 was the greatest
tallest
time
kid
of
in
my
5th grade, and then
life.
I stopped growing.
I was a king.
Growing.
Did you say that 5th
I
grade was your high point?
graduated
Peg?
MSU already.
What?
No, 6th. I think 6th grade. I think I stopped growing in like 6th grade. I might got a little bit taller.
Did you pull a Bobby Brady and go hang out off of like the monkey bars and try to stretch yourself to get taller?
I've weighed the same. I've weighed 100. I've weighed between 165 and 180 for like the last 25 years.
You know, that's great though as you age because your constituents, they fucking start picking up the weight and the bags and everything else, and you know, you can come strutting into that 20th anniversary thing and be king shit of the turd pile.
You're the same. Except long hair.
Are you taller than a 5th grader? Jack says.
That's what I said.
That's Becca's joke. Don't bite it.
Only if I'm on my tippy toes. I can grow weed better than one.
There we go. That's what's up.
That'll come up off you, bro.
There's some 5th grader watching, like nodding.
I'm sure there's a few.
He's a subscriber for 22 months too.
I'm sure there's.
I just learned all your
There's a couple of
methods.
dudes living out in the sticks. I taught them the ropes at a young age.
Cheers, Blue Kiss Gardens. See you in chat. I have some flowers in my I made a new flower bed. I dumped a bunch of compost right along. I have a split rail fence right along where you pull into my driveway. So it's that space in between or whatever. So I put all of them in there and they're doing awesome. I sent her a video today showing them off, and it was good. It was good to talk back and forth with Blue Kiss today.
Cheers, Blue Kiss. I hope you're feeling well tonight.
Yeah, cheers, BK.
Becca says pizza.
Becca says what?
Pizza.
Pizza.
And veg out.
Veg out, man. How do you veg out, Becca? This is
It's
how
a
I veg
beat.
out.
She's got a
beat.
picture of a monstera.
It's a beat, man.
There's a monstera.
Oh,
I got
you
my
actually
damn
mean-
nipple caught on her monstera.
What do you know about
Fucking
Veggie
weird.
Tales?
I was carrying the
What do you mean,
monstera out.
veggie?
It's got a
VeggieTales is
TV
awesome.
show?
Man.
Yeah, I feel like you might like it with all the gardening you guys do. It's
a-
always about vegetables.
Yes.
Child show?
Yeah, it's
I
got
like,
catchy songs.
Yeah.
I like apple and onion.
There you go.
You like apple and onion?
It's Larry the tomato and
Larry the tomato guy.
what was the other one? I don't remember.
I remember when
Or
they're
maybe Larry.
pirates.
No, Larry wasn't a tomato. It was somebody else. Bob the tomato. Bob the tomato and Larry the cucumber
Oh,
on
we're gonna be-
VeggieTales.
We're gonna be
Attack of the
spreading
Killer
false
Tomatoes.
information.
Killer
Yeah,
tomatoes.
anything grows is fucking busting me out. She says my favorite songs for my reels are from VeggieTales. I've used them several times on my reels.
Can't get it to focus.
What is that?
You gotta put your hand behind it.
A bud.
Yeah.
A bud?
You gotta like hold it in one place and stop moving it for a while. That's what I figured out. And put your hand
Stop
behind it.
moving.
That was my biggest thing. Is I kept moving the damn thing.
There you go.
There you go.
Right there.
Damn. Nice
You
job.
got it.
That's the baked focus.
Then you started spinning it.
Peaches and lilac.
So how did that actually finish? Like, what do you think is a flavor kind of thing?
This is the one that I thought smelled like puke.
Okay. And how did it cure up?
And I still smell a little bit of that, but I don't know. You know, my nose is the worst.
I know.
And especially after COVID, when I lost smell and taste, I think it's worse than it was. And that was the worst. So now I'm just, it smells kind of.
Is there like a dankness to it? Or like a fuel?
Yeah, it's kind of earthy, I guess.
Okay.
More earthy, like a
It's so funny to think peaches and
sandalwood,
lilac
kind of like, I don't know.
comes together.
It's not like peaches and lilac. I could
Right.
get the name sounds at all. Noob, you've probably grown it before. What do you think? You're probably better at this than I am. I don't know. But I mean, I like it. It's giggly.
Oh, nice.
If you haven't noticed, I've been giggling like a fucking schoolgirl all night. So yeah,
My
I kinda
jokes
like
weren't
it.
that good after all. It was really just the weed. Fuck, man. I got to
Yeah, that
work
was-
on my
yeah.
act.
Damn, man. Step it up.
Cheers,
Anyway,
chat. Speaking of stepping it up, if you guys have any topics that you want us to kick around instead of just bullshit and talking about a bunch of nothing, make sure you throw it in the chat for us. We'll see what we can do.
I gotta say, shout out to Tiki Man Seeds and with the Cobra Milk. with a long cure on it, I think I'm probably pushing a month and a half now on the cure. I'm fucking falling in love with that fucking strain now, man. That it's hitting me hard as shit, and that's really what I'm looking for in flower. And the flavor is like you can taste it through even a dirty bong, and that's pretty impressive. But
That's the seal of approval right there.
but when you get it in a you get it in a cone, you roll it in a nice cone. Damn, it's fucking good. It's tasty. So I got another one of those in flower, so I'm excited about that because I'm about out of the flower from the first run, and we have 2 of those, I think, outdoor, don't we, Baked?
We got at least one.
This one, and then for Growly, shout out for Growly in chat right now. He's got one, so I'm really excited to see what Fagroli does with it when he puts, does his magic with the concentrate, and when he can get it right, fresh, fresh frozen, and then see what that turns into.
Baked, can you bring up that thing you shared earlier that had all the different terpenes on it? Because Fagroli's in the chat.
Yep.
It was that pineapple.
Oh yeah, Fagroli, you got to see this. It was from Humboldt seed. You got what was it? The raspberry something.
Oh yeah, it was a raspberry one. My bad.
Let's see. While I find that, is your Cobra Milk real branchy? The one at work that you didn't get is super branchy. We were defoliating today. I just remember it's like it does that whole thing like where every little one is its own little thing, so you need to chop every one. I don't know if yours did that.
I see that Fagroli is putting a ringer question in chat for us. The age-old question of what percentage of amber trichomes do you harvest at? I saw a House and Garden post about harvesting at 60%. Holy shit. Some plants just won't go that way, man.
I mean, that's way further than I would. I would consider that past time.
I like to barely see amber at all.
Yeah, if I'm seeing amber, I'm looking at more than just trichomes, but if I see a amber trichome, I'm already thinking harvest. Usually, I'm with Pan Lady. I'm looking just really as for the most. I want to have the most amount of cloudy trichomes, so I'm trying to find that. I'm trying to find that point with the hopefully not a whole lot of amber.
Yeah, it's almost like sometimes I look for clears to make sure, or like I'm looking to make sure I don't have any clears.
I was just gonna say I'd like to see.
If I don't see an amber, but I don't see any clear, I'd still harvest.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so this is Raspberry Parfait from Humboldt Seed Company Fagroli. We were just looking at it before the show, and it's just got a plethora of terpenes, but we noticed the terpenoline's really high. So they said you like that stuff.
Those aren't percentages. To answer your question, Fagroli, that's milligrams per gram, whatever that means.
Yeah, so like here, so I know it's it's not percentages, but like for instance, what was it yesterday? Here's their one of their flagships, blueberry muffin.
So arrived. Welcome, babe, to the show.
Yeah.
Let's see if this will actually go. There we go.
I was
fine.
Right,
so
I gotta take drops a lot later, or else they taste grassy. If I harvest them too early, it tastes like grass.
Here's a test from the blueberry muffin, where it's the top one is 2 milligrams, and then the raspberry one you got 12, you got 2.5, 6, so it seems really terpy, just like that pineapple upside down cake one.
And that raspberry, when you backed out, it said the average THC percentage was 22. So it's still
that's good right there.
Oh wow, I didn't see that. Yeah,
to go with it.
Nice. But yeah, so check that out. That's Raspberry Parfait from Humboldt Seed Company.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I like raspberry stuff. It's usually got a good nose on it.
For goalie says who was a Cup fan.
Freaking algebra.
I ran a couple of Humboldts, and I thought the blueberry muffin was
good.
Oh my god, it was the best smelling strain ever. It was just unreal.
That's
The
I
blueberry.
gotta get you some of this pineapple muffin. Then it's. I don't know. It's an auto, so I don't know how far it is
You gotta
along.
get her some fucking pineapple.
But you'll like that.
pound
It's
cake.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because it's all of them smell so good. All the Humboldt Seed Company stuff I'm running this year, are super terpy. So
There's
can't say they're pretty.
Yeah.
Like the smart the
blueberry
two
muffin
autos I have
is nothing
outside
spectacular to look at.
is hideous in terms of bud structure. I like yeah, it's disgusting.
disgusting.
But the smell is great.
Babe is just sounding like a fucking bunch of crows over there, man.
I know.
Gone away at us.
She is waiting for her intro, apparently.
The bud on at least one of those plants, the what was it, blueberry something muffin? It was fucking almost black. That's how dark purple it is.
Oh well, I have pineapple muffin.
Oh, pineapple muffin. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, which is pineapple train wreck times blueberry muffin. Now I kind of wish they would have done pineapple upside down cake times blueberry muffin.
Oh
Because
yeah,
that would have
sure.
been
Next year, probably.
That'd have
crazy.
been amazing.
Yeah, we'll have to do it ourselves.
Do it.
Put your bootstraps on or whatever they
You got
say.
an extra tent, bro?
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah,
Hold on
I
to your
have
butts.
I have an extra 2x2 and an extra 3x3.
Put your bootstraps
I'm
on.
gonna be using the 2x2 though
Jesus.
to flower out 2 different Chernobyl males.
Florida.
You're gonna use the males on that to be the other side. That could be cool.
No, I just want to save Chernobyl, and then we got a female, and I'm gonna smack that female and make F2s.
Now that I've got a breeding tent, I'm gonna just start fucking playing in there. But I've got Vortex going in there right now. This is gonna be a test because we'll see. Does my flower room get fucking seeded out? If it does, I'm not mad about it because it's
Right.
Vortex.
Give a
But
shit, right.
at the same time, it'll tell me I need to fucking be way more preventative than what I am.
We'll build
which
a
I'm being
room.
Dude,
I'm being very lax right now.
you know, if you're gonna build,
just in a tent.
Yeah.
if you're going to try to build out a breeding room like that, I know it's been around for a long time and a lot of people use it. I originally seen Vader OG did it, then Ninja did it, then Med Grower did it, and it's like everything is sealed off. You use like a flood tray and shit. You know, it really seems like a good way to make sure that you're not having any kind of cross contamination issues. So I know in the old ways that they used to do it, used to be like an old mechanical way. They would tie a rope around the male. And then after they got to the point where it dropped its pollen, they would just pull the rope up and tie it off so that it was no longer in the fucking flood tray, you know, and then they'd wait and open it up and shit. But it would really be cool, man,
I'm being there
because I
fucking
like the
busting
things you're
around
working with.
watering those things. So fuck it. Pollen gets out there, pollen's gonna get out, whatever.
Right.
I have a little spray bottle, try to keep myself sprayed down so I won't be bringing it in, but
Right.
it is what it is. It'll be fun.
Cool. Are you going to collect pollen or are you going to do straight breeding in there?
Trying to collect some pollen because Indica Bee wanted to. So I passed my cut of cuvee, the pre-fire cuvee that I had, to Indica Bee, and he wanted to try to hit that Vortex male pollen onto the
Double
cuvee.
subcool.
Yeah, so it's subcool and subcool. So I said, yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. I like that. So, I'm going to try to collect some pollen so that I can give him the pollen to do that.
That would be nice.
Then maybe I'll get some Ace of Spades pollen later.
There you go.
Or the secret one, raspberry jelly.
Secret one? It's not a secret
Yeah,
anymore, apparently.
Well, I never heard of it, and then I saw Subcool made a raspberry jelly, which is called like, or maybe it's raspberry smash, which is raspberry jelly times raspberry jelly.
I think it's that.
Yeah, and I was like, give me that, and I bought that one.
What'd you end up getting from the that same grocery store where I got all those others? Where I got the text on it?
2 packs of Ace of Spades.
Oh, that's what it was. Ace of Spades. Okay.
Yep.
And then somebody just released a new strain, and they're trying to call it Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades has been around for a long
Yeah,
time.
everybody. I wish breeders would do a little research, and maybe they did the research and don't care. But I think I don't know. It's just like You can name anything. We don't need to start repeating names right now. Maybe in 10
Well,
years or 20 years.
It's getting hard too with where you have so many different strains that it's literally you're not capable of smoking them all or even having the chance to smoke them all.
Right.
And it
Yeah.
becomes harder and harder because, you know, we're talking about like pineapple and blueberry and things like that, which is indicative in the name. But then we get to things like ace of spades. So now is that peppery? Is it going to be black? What's it
Yeah.
going to be? Is it a head hit? Is it, you know, it could be anything. And it gets harder with these as the names go on. Now, when that gets crossed, it's like, fuck, I don't know what the lineage is on that, man.
Yeah, so then you're like, oh, that tasted good. What's that? Ace of spades. And you're like, well, which one? You know, and it's
Right.
like, oh,
Yeah.
well, that
Yeah.
sucks. Because now you're wondering, well, is the other one better than that?
Because isn't
Yeah.
that the case with Slurricane? There was an in-house, and then there was it aficionado or somebody did a Slurricane?
No, I know this one ticked me off. Gauge Green Genetics, they did Prana, and Irie Genetics had already had that like 3 years prior, and I was like, why? What's the point? And Prana means like quick or something, I think, in a different language. So it's supposed to be a quick flower, but it's like a simple Google Prana cannabis strain, and they could have figured that out, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It just mixes up the already mixed up pot that we got, you know. So,
Yeah, man.
but yeah, that's what grinds my gears.
Well, we're not even scratching the surface on that. We've got a whole fucking portion or so carved out for that, man.
I didn't even think of anything. I haven't had anything grind my gears recently.
Don't worry. All I got to do is tell Spartan it's time, and he'll say 2 or 3 things, and one
He'll
of those
probably
will definitely
could bring
fucking
something up.
push your buttons.
Let me see. Grinds your gears. Let me see. Has your neighbor thrown anything in your yard lately?
No, I've been checking.
All right, good.
They got. This is so.
What about your
funny.
garbage, man? They've been fucking with your garbage and throwing shit in your garbage yet?
No,
They've been
because
messed
take
up?
it out last minute now.
Oh,
So I
it's
don't
out
have
of
to,
yard.
so I don't have to watch it. But
Oh, so you just leave, you take the garbage out last minute. So they can't
these effing idiots. We're in the middle of Michigan. These effing idiots at the end of their driveway today. I noticed. I drive home and they got a big black arrow and it says beach, and it's pointing at their house. And it's like,
What the fuck?
I was like, you're a long way from the beach, you dumb idiots. But
Wow.
They should be pointing down the road towards the lake.
They're my least favorite neighbors.
Okay. Now you got one more shot at it, Spartan, if you want to really take him over the top. That was 2. That was a quick fire.
Oh man, I don't know. We've actually been having some pretty good times.
Okay, I got one because it was with Spartan. This motherfucker at the coffee place that's a drive-through, a fast food drive-through that people probably know, asked me for a tip.
That's right. I forgot.
What?
They asked you for a tip?
Just through a drive-through.
Yeah, like, do you want a tip today? And I was like, huh? And
Don't
then
eat the yellow snow? Is that what you told her?
Spartan's in the passenger seat. He goes, I go, huh? No. Because like I wasn't expecting it. It took me by surprise. Like and it took forever to get up to that point.
It did take
for a bagel and a drink. And Spartan goes, oh man, Rilla, now they're gonna spit in my drink. I was like, oh well.
You can either get
But
tip or spit.
But yeah,
Then I said some shit. Then I said some shit at McDonald's. Remember
what happened at McDonald's?
What happened? You remember you ordered a drink at McDonald's after that, and I said some shit, and you said now they're gonna spit in my drink. I don't remember what I said.
You're just
Where
like the
was
heckler
that?
from the passenger side, man.
It was in Michigan Center.
No,
Yeah,
where was this? What place?
What
You said a
establishment?
bagel
McDonald's?
place.
The bagel place
Big B,
Big B.
Bagel, Big B.
Big B coffee?
Yeah,
Big B coffee.
we stopped there.
I can't believe that. And there was a tip thing there too, like
There's
no,
a
it's
charity
donation.
thing as well. So it's like, man,
That's
y'all
what it was. They're asking for
Okay.
spend
donations.
more time asking me for extra money than making my dang bagel and getting him his sour drink.
Oh, that's right. I was just about to ask you if you got a bougie fucking coffee,
I was
and
going-
that's why
No.
you're like tip.
I don't like coffee. I got some energy
Oh.
drink. They
Like,
had some
you don't
fucking energy drink thing.
coffee.
Yeah, no.
It was shit
Yeah.
too. The energy drink was shit too. I think they probably did.
Wasn't
spit
even a
it in his
Monster?
area. No, it was Red
Oh.
Bull, I think, wasn't it? Well, I don't remember what
No,
it was.
no, yours I don't know what yours was. You can get a Red Bull on it, but yours I don't know. Yours was like watered down energy drink. And I
It
would
was
not
just
go
not
back
good.
and they're called Big B Blast. 1 out of 10 would not recommend.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like
They were
no,
that
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, for the price too. For the price, it was like
Well, he
$6
didn't like the harassment that came
for a
with it
large.
too. You know.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and let me tell you, she had like Van Gogh nails. So like
yeah,
you
like
don't
some
need a, it
expensive
doesn't,
ass.
yeah,
I
like
did comment on that. I'm like,
What kind of
damn, you're
nails?
asking for money and
it
you
was
fucking
like
got these
long
fucking
those long
expensive
nails
ass
women
nails.
wear. They're like
Okay.
an inch and a half, and
The
then
pointy
With
ones.
the
yeah, but
president.
it wasn't just like that they were those. It was
with
that they were like I could tell a nice design on there,
and they
custom
had the little
painted.
diamonds, the little whether the fake, the
Yeah, it
little.
had little sequins and stuff all over. I
Oh,
was like,
come
Rhinestone.
on.
Sequins.
yeah.
Shout out to deliciously dope. I can't talk. I'm too high.
Hey man, the poll doesn't cover all the expenses.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You ain't getting a tip when you work at Big B. You better go do something else.
So then
That's
she's got to be like, bitch, tip.
next thing you know,
Dude.
you're gonna go to like Menards and you're gonna be grabbing lumber, and then the cashier's gonna be like, "Do you want a tip?"
You know what the tip is? Always wear gloves when you're handling
I
lumber.
love doing that kind of stuff, Skillo.
Don't eat
I'll
the yellow
never- If I
snow.
can
Don't
think
piss in the
quick enough,
wind.
yeah.
Don't piss your future self
Cut-
off. That's
Cut
another
your
good tip.
cut your nitrates out at flour.
Make sure that you're using. You know,
Tell
the
them
next
bro
time,
tip.
tell them that they need to add more sulfur to get those terps up. That's the
They,
tip.
oh,
of the
you're
day.
having trouble with terps? Bring out sulfur. Have a good day.
Thank you
Oh,
later. Bye.
here's the other thing. New
Write it on
policy.
you write it on a piece of paper, then put it in the tip jar. That'd be even better.
New policy at McDonald's. Extra sauce costs 27 cents,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
but they don't tell you how many you get off of like the baseline. How many packets of ketchup do I get before
It
you
depends on
charge
the
me?
size of the
And
But
item.
I already
But
showed you the workaround, dude. I already showed you the workaround. A good
Well,
way
hold
to get
on.
around
I
it.
think we figured out together. But
Also, you're
Yeah.
gonna
here's
game
we
McDonald's now.
got you guys a hack that you're never ever gonna be able to figure out yourself.
It's
But
a trick.
they put that sign at the pay window. You get your food at the next window. So how do they know if you paid for extra
They've got a
sauce or
computer
not?
screen.
I don't
They're
think
bagging you the
no.
order from the computer screen.
So here's what you do at the first window. You pay them, you get
You
your
wear
receipt, and then you say,
disguise.
"Oh, by the way, could I get some extra ketchup?" And then they're not
And
gonna
the
ring you
customer's
up
always
with
right.
ketchup.
Yeah, they're gonna just
They're
throw it
just
in
gonna
there.
tell you to go. So there you
What
go.
kind of fast food? You don't give a shit. You just give
First,
them extra
this-
ketchup and let them
I
go.
just don't think you should be charging me for ketchup. I mean, if I ask you for
It's probably not even
700
real.
packets,
It's probably not even
then
real ketchup.
sure. Well,
Probably
yeah,
some fake
it's
shit.
just water and sugar
Dude,
and
it's just
tomato
PGR
juice.
ketchup, man. That's all it
Yeah.
is. It's just a bunch of PGRs, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's a I need it with the French fries.
Okay.
yeah, I
So-
agree, baked. Yeah, the ketchup is a necessity with fries.
Especially with the rate of quality their French fries are, like they're like really a bad hit or miss on like, are you just gonna get some soggy old shit?
You
So
know,
if I get that old soggy shit, I need some ketchup to get them down.
you know what sucks, baked is you go to Taco Bell, you make your order, and
Some
they're like, do you want any
lubrication.
sauce with that? And you say, yeah, man, I want mild and fire. And you get home and you have neither mild nor fire nor any sauce of any kind. They said, fuck you and your order. Get your bag and get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah,
Next.
yeah. Well, that's where
Yeah,
we're all
that's
heading to. And
That's what's
but
right,
but
I'll go to
imagine,
Taco Bell.
Gilbo,
Can't
if
get
they're like,
anything right.
yeah,
Blue Kiss is trying to. Hey,
I don't
Blue
know
Kiss
any of
is
this shit. I mean,
Here's a hack. Stay away from
that really
McDonald's
doesn't
and
piss me off.
beans.
I don't get pissed
Oh,
We
off.
I-
got
because
a
I just
drink. It was a drink. Is
Let it
all we
go.
got there.
yeah, but that's the thing. Imagine if they did that, Skilbo, and then they were like, and would you like to tip?
So the tip is going to be to make sure that you check your timers when the time changes.
Yeah, and
That's
then
the
be like,
next one.
oh, we got another dementia guy. Have a good one, sir.
I want my coffee well stirred.
Yeah.
My favorite story about would you like to tip is my best gay friend and I were going wine tasting one day, and we had been to several by the time we got to the one that we had arrived at.
Feeling it?
And the woman that was giving us the pours was just like,
Yeah.
and we were like,
We're trying to get blitzed.
the fuck?
Trying to rush this shit.
And so at the end of our tasting, she was like, okay, would you like to tip? And we were like, my gay friend, like, here's a tip. Tip it more.
Yeah.
I was like, her face was the greatest. She was appalled, but I mean, come on. It was like we barely, like, a tasting doesn't mean just a tasting. It means like
it's more than a cap full, right? Yeah.
like
Dude.
at least a quarter.
I'm
Something.
trying to get
Couple-
sloshed. If I truck all the way out to a vineyard,
All the
let's
way.
get sloshed.
Yeah.
Like, give me
Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy something if you liquor me up with the tasting.
I'd be like, Pele, I'd be like, you're gonna need to leave that bottle.
That's why you always tip a good, always tip a
You're
good
gonna need another
bartender.
bottle.
Leave
That
it
one's
here.
not gonna be enough.
Yeah, and she probably would have gotten a tip if she had been tipping it more.
Was the wine at least good?
No,
Or you couldn't even tell?
Ah,
it wasn't good there. It was
Oh.
a cider mill at that place.
Oh,
So it was, they're just getting into wines and stuff, you know, and so it's, you know, they're not great, but you know.
table
I
wine.
once
Whatever.
played a wine simulator game, so I know what you're talking about.
What the fuck is a wine simulator game?
Well,
bro?
I
You
should
got to
say a
explain this
wine vineyard simulator.
You stop grapes until
shit. Is
you
it called
No,
Farmville?
you manage a
put some
vineyard
Farmville
and
on
you
Facebook.
breed new strains, and you gotta get the what do they call it, the terroir up and get certain
Terroir.
things down.
Terroir.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. I would like that probably. I would
Yeah,
like
it's a real good time killer. Like you get lost and then you're like, holy shit, my shit's selling off the charts. Whoa. And it's just
Do you
like,
like
some-
strut around the house a little bit? Like, yeah.
yeah, for a little bit, and then you get bored, and then you're
Okay.
just like, there's nothing more to. I am the king of
Right.
wine. I am done.
They call you Bacchus.
Yeah,
I
Dionysus.
can't wait-
currently-
I can't wait until cannabis can be treated like the wine industry, where you can
Oh,
have
yeah.
cannabis steams and you know, I mean, hey, we're surrounded by vineyards out here. There's like 4 or 5 of them by us, and it's all very good terroir. It's wine country. This is one of Michigan's greatest wine countries over here. It's one of
Yeah, we got 2 or 3 around us too.
Nice.
And I guarantee it'd be great for cannabis just the same.
Man, when they open up the laws and we can go consume cannabis and wine at a vineyard, that'd
It'll be like
pretty neat.
1978 all
Yeah.
over again.
Exactly, bring it right back to 1978.
Somebody get the
Whatever.
fondue shit out. We're gonna fucking have a party.
That was the year I was born,
You,
78.
I want if we're going back to 78, I want y'all to bring back those interesting dance floors that were like
The light up one?
squares and they
Discos?
lit up different
Yeah.
colors.
The Saturday
'Cause
night.
that
fever
was
floor.
pretty ahead of y'all's time for that. Like
That shit's still
Yeah.
around, dude.
I know, well
They
that's
got
just
discos.
RGB and
RGB,
Yeah.
right?
Let's do it in your. We can do that in your basement, man. We can hook it up.
man, that would be cool.
Build a floor, just
If
jack
that
it
was
up.
the floor in here.
Yeah.
Put some
Oh,
650
yeah.
R's
Flashes
underneath there,
across
bro.
the-
You'll be fucking straight, man. Keep that far red.
Rusty be stroking out on the floor.
Yeah,
It's all hot.
for sure. Be great in the
my
winter.
floor warping.
Yeah. Well, we're approaching the second hash time.
Let's see, Blue Kiss is telling her age. She's like, I love fondue. Yeah.
I don't understand why fondue is like an old thing. I thought fondue is.
It was a trend in the mid later 70s.
60s, wasn't it?
Get
Oh, to
the-
get one of those fountains.
No, it's not a fountain. You put the cheese in there, and then you have
Melted
like
cheese thing.
bread
Shit,
and a
of course.
stick, and you fucking whip the shit around there. It
Oh.
was bougie for 1970s, man.
Oh, okay.
We had
Yeah,
one.
y'all didn't have the internet, so I understand.
What do
you
you mean,
had to,
y'all, man? I was born in the 70s. Now, don't be like
Yeah.
I'm fucking pushed up in there now. Come on,
you were born in the 70s.
for sure,
Mm,
for sure.
fact
Yeah,
checked.
I was born in 78.
Right. See, we're all good here. firmly in
what year do you
Generation
think
X.
he was born in?
Probably like
Like-
1965 or some
Or what
bullshit.
decade?
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'd probably say the 60s.
What did I say
Oh,
last
Okay,
episode?
if I had
Wasn't
to say something, he would probably be born 69 because isn't that when that festival happened?
it Woodstock?
Yep.
That
That's when
festival.
Bilbo was born. Was Woodstock was happening.
Right on, Bay.
And I could see him just crying, but then the music came.
With my
But now
butt
he's a
naked
music
parents
guy.
walking around and fucking covered in mud and shit, and don't eat the brown acid and
Exactly.
the whole thing.
Now look at you.
Wavy Gravy is fucking
Outstanding member of society.
outstanding. You know, I said it last episode that if it's, it might as well be the 1500s. It was so long ago. I mean, once it goes past your lifespan, you know what I mean? Fuck it.
Well, it's amazing what the internet boom did. Like how quickly everything changed after that.
It's because people started to know shit because you just look it up. That helped
Well, yeah.
increase
Well,
the
now there's no
intelligence
hi-
of
yeah.
the average people. So that helped a lot.
I guess the birth year. Well, send me a prize.
What do you want for a prize?
Prize.
If you can find pineapple petrol
Oh, we're going. He's just wanting
seeds.
seeds now.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
you want
seeds,
gas? You
Gilbo.
want pineapple and
I
gas now?
give seeds.
I thought we could bribe you with a
Give me
bagel.
seeds. Oh, a bagel would be good if you can get a
be
good plain
plain.
bagel, but it better not be dry or old.
Does it have to be toasted or not?
I mean, I got a toaster, so I'm not gonna
Okay.
don't toast it if it's gonna be an hour-long drive.
You
gonna be
refuse to
hour-long,
eat that
yeah.
in your car, so you're gonna take it all the way home and then reheat it and shit.
No, I'm saying if you gotta
I'm
bring
gonna
that
be
bagel
roasted
to me from an
brick.
hour away, bring it
Bagel.
untoasted. I'll toast it here.
Well, what
But
I'll
if you're
do is
coming if you're coming from up the road, toast it.
I'll become an Uber driver just so I can get the fancy Uber bag so that I can make sure that your order gets from point A to point baked still
No.
in its
Oh,
in
those
its act
programs-
heat.
Yeah, but what you got to do
those
is you got to
programs
mill.
never
You
get
got to
your
mill
food
the
hot.
flour yourself, Skillbo, after you grew it.
Mill.
All right.
There we
And then
go.
you got to bring over the raw ingredients in the dough form so it can proof on the way, right? Because it's
fuck.
gonna be a couple hours.
Proofing
couple
in the
hour drive.
truck.
Yeah,
right?
There we go.
proof right next
Put on
to
the
it.
floor.
And
It'll
then-
get the heat.
Exactly. And when you get over there, you got to roll that fucking bagel out and cook it fresh for him. That's what he needs.
If that's what you want to do, that's cool with me. Yeah.
Little Lord Fauntleroy over there. Gotta have it just so. And absolutely, it must be lox, right? We're not fucking with no, just Philly.
Lox?
Yeah, no, just regular cream cheese. It's got to be lox.
I don't like cream cheese. What are you talking
What?
about?
Plain.
want
What
butter
part of
Just
plain
or
bagel?
peanut
plain.
butter
You want a dry
Or
ass
maybe
fucking
some
bagel?
jelly? No, you put butter on
Jelly
it.
on
It's
a
not
bagel?
dry with butter. Butter is wet.
It better be fucking soft butter.
Butter
too.
is wet.
Don't
Butter
don't
When
be
it
bringing
gets-
in no
when it
fucking
gets
hardened butter
heated-
bullshit. He doesn't want no hardened butter.
Oh,
bullshit.
that was
Piss
the other
him off.
complaint about Big B. Listen, you got one job when I asked for butter is to give me butter. Here's a tip. Don't freeze it. Don't fridge it to where I gotta wait 20 minutes now just to smooth that over my bagel. What's up with that?
Red as the floor manager over there is just fucking cringing like, oh, I've had so many people like this through the years.
Hey, I never go back and complain. I just don't go back. Or I'll bring my own butter next time.
I thought you had Spartan as your like seeing complain dog.
Fair.
Dude, I just sit there and laugh. I'm like, no, dude, I'm with you. You should fucking
You should just
throw
cable
that
his
butter
ass
right
up,
at
right?
You should
Here's
go
how
back to
it
your butter
operates.
at the window.
He did tell me. He did tell me that. I was like, I can't do that. That's illegal. But if I operate that place, here's me. I open up the shop. One of my first things I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a bowl. I'll put some of those little butter packets in there,
Painted lady.
and they're
I like
just
boot
gonna
kisses
sit out
comment.
for the day. And that way, when I give them
The
to
second
my
one.
customers, they're
Yep.
ready to spread on their bagels. Pretty simple. But
You know what, Baked? You could probably take a knife and cut that butter in half and then put it in between the toasted bagel and it would melt.
I can't do that while I'm driving. But if it's smooth, I can do it while I'm driving.
You can do it right before you start the car.
Oh, the car's already started. We were
He's
in a
the
drive-through.
drive-thru.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
crazy?
what I'm saying. This is
You're
supposed to
in
be
the
quick.
drive. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you know what? Learn how to do a fucking couple things at once.
Exactly. Well, I thought I was good at that, but now I gotta add one more multitask.
Well, I mean, for the
Butter
length of
phone
time
over
it
there.
took us waiting in line, you would think they could just hold them in their hand and they'd be fucking warm by the time you got
That
them,
too.
right?
That was we only had 2 cars ahead of us, and it was a 15-minute trip. And I was just like, "What's going on here? You guys cooking up steaks? Or what's?"
Seems like
One of
your
my-
gears are grinding. You're grinding.
One of my
over
favorite
there.
Yeah,
things
he
to
got them
do
going.
to
They're definitely going.
customer, when
You
I was
got
a
yourself
bartender,
going, bro.
Well,
somebody would order too many lemonades, and by the time, because unlimited refills on lemonades and shit, by
Hell
the time
yeah.
they like abuse the system on like the 5th or 6th lemonade, they would get probably half that glass of syrup. And it
Ooh.
would be the most delicious lemonade that they would ever drink in their lifetime until they tried to digest that lemonade. Yeah.
Stomach's just
Order 4 lemonades from a bartender. Try to abuse that fucking system. They'll make sure
there
you.
you
They'll
go.
make sure you enjoy it.
double over.
What if we tip
You just
good?
want some.
Well, then that's a different
Oh, they're
story.
not our customers. That's all service bar shit. You know how many lemonades you have to make on a service bar? Holy shit!
No, I actually
Work
no.
Applebee's. I
What's a
never worked
service
at
bar? Like
Applebee's.
an open bar?
No, at a bar, at a restaurant bar, let's call it an Applebee's or any of those type of places, steakhouse or whatever.
Crapplebee's.
The bartender's cranking out drinks for maybe a dozen people at the bar rail, but they're also cranking out drinks for the entire restaurant through a service bar, and the servers, the wait staff,
Oh.
pick up the service bar. So, throughout the night, you're serving, a handful of drinks to your 12 seats that might turn over. They're serving hundreds, if not thousands, of drinks to the rest of the restaurant. And sometimes we lose our signal. Pop back and forth.
Gotcha.
I don't know if we lost this or not. We lost feed for a second.
We are 4 minutes from hash time.
4 minutes.
Time to gather all your accoutrements up. Make sure you have a lighter and something to drink. Stay hydrated.
Oh, balls. I just put a
Balls. What are you holding up, Becca?
hash in my keyboard.
Oh.
Oh.
My dirty bong. Dirty little
Yeah.
rig. Rick and
Dude,
Morty.
dry sift on the keyboard is the worst.
Ashy.
Red, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Well, we don't use my laptop anymore, but yeah. Oh, I know. My laptop's destroyed. Keith, covered in Keith.
Well, can't you plug a keyboard into it?
Into what? My laptop?
Yeah.
My laptop has its own keyboard.
Oh, I thought you
Still
said the
works.
keyboard was broken.
No, it's just covered in Keith.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Peanut Lady,
my
what's your
laptop.
hat
I
say?
can't download Chrome on my laptop. For some reason, Chrome gives me malware like constantly, so I can't have Chrome.
I don't use Chrome. I've been a Firefox guy for 15 years.
Maybe I could try
It's a
Firefox because I have to
keyboard
have
now.
a different browser than Safari to use Streamlabs and hang out with you guys. So I
Oh,
can't use my
yeah.
laptop. I have
You can't
Chrome
use that
on
shit on
my
Safari?
desktop.
That sucks.
No, for some reason, at least the link won't work on Safari. I don't know why. Maybe there's a different way. I don't want to download the program.
I didn't even know there was a
There's a
program.
web. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if there is or not, so I don't want to. If there is, I don't want to have to do
Yeah.
it. That's usually Apple-based shit, Mac-based shit. Download fucking firmware or whatever. Don't want to do that.
What are you guys working on out there tonight?
We got to take some clones. We've been trying to catch our mother room. Like, every time we come out here, it's like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the evening. Well, our lights go off in our mother room at like 4 o'clock p.m. And I don't want to catch. Okay, so a couple of things about cloning. I've had varied success rates with the same exact procedure, depending on a couple of different things with what's going on with my light cycle and or feeding cycle. Okay. One thing is I've tried taking clones on dry moms. And that means that like I didn't water the moms. They had dry feet. The pots were kind of light, and I tried taking clones. And even though I put the clones like directly into some water and some rooting hormone, like they were
That's time.
saturated the whole time. I put them in the cloner. They dumped their heads dip down. One of my goals when I take clones is to not let the head dip down. That costs me a few days in stress. I don't like to let the head dip down. There's hardening off issues. There's dampening off issues when the head dips down. All kinds of stuff that just happens when the head dips down. I don't like the head to dip down because I know I can get 100% success rate without the head dipping down. So I shoot for don't let the head dip down, right? So I've noticed that the head will dip after I take a clone under these conditions. One of them is it's usually always under the condition where the mother's not getting enough water. So I try to make sure that I take my clones during the maximum time that the mother is uptaking water. That's like about an hour and a half, 2 hours after the lights come on to like maybe 6 to 8 hours into the photo period, maybe 10, 12 hours into the photo period. On that 12, I got 18 hours of daylight, right? After that 12 hours, if it's starting to like, towards the nighttime, the leaves will start to like droop down. You hit the DLI, the leaves will start to droop down right before the lights shut off. That's not a good time to take clones. Your leaves are already droopy. They're not even taking up anything. So I try to avoid taking clones on that back half of my day cycle. I try to take clones in the morning. That's just good practice throughout farming practices or agricultural practices and propagation is take clones in the morning when the dew's right, all these other good things are set and the humidity's right and all this other stuff. Well, the plant's active right then in the morning. Get it while it's nice and active. About an hour after the lights come on, they're nice and rigid. Everything's good. There's a lot of water in the plant, and then take your clones. You'll have way more success rate. The tops won't dip down. You won't get any of that bullshit. As long as you keep the feet wet, as long as you keep the stem wet, saturated, whatever you're putting it into,
Keep it from drying.
from there on out, you should be good. Yeah.
How many days are you guys getting roots? I mean, it's different for different strains, but what's the fastest that you've ever shown roots in that oxychlone?
5 to 7 days. 5 to 7 days on the oxychlone. We're just setting up an 80 site. So this is the air pump. Okay, so let me show you all the shit that comes with this oxychlone. Everything that I don't use. So
oh yeah, the Venturi, the water pump.
This is everything that comes with this 80 site oxycloner. Okay, This thing on the bottom here. There's 4 air stones.
Yep.
4 disc style air stones that actually are pretty good. There's a little submersible pond pump, which is fucking sweet. I'll use this for something else. And then there's a pretty decent air pump right here. So this comes with all this stuff. Honestly, I could get away with just using this air pump. It's pretty solid, but it's realistically not as good as something like this. Or
which one is that the one that's got the flanges on the side, like the industrial pump?
This says
Commercial one.
793 gallons per hour.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
I've got that one
as an airlift. Use this as an airlift, gallons per hour, probably.
Yeah,
2.9 psi. This is the one I'll be using on the 80 site. That little one is the one I use on my 40 site. This is the one I'll be using on the 80 site. There's the price tag right there. What's that's sticker price.
I want to give a tip along with that, Red, is if you're going to use these larger pumps like this, you're really going to want to think about getting a cycle timer that will cause the pump to come on and turn off a lot more. You can really dial it in where you could have it be on for like 10 seconds and off for 10 if you wanted to. But you don't want to heat the water up.
Well, this won't heat the water up because there's no pump in the water. It's just air.
Well, the air is coming from
all it's doing is pumping air.
Right.
The water temperature should be no more greater than it shouldn't transfer much heat. I mean, that stuff's blowing in. There's a lot of cooling going on. I wouldn't expect there to be a lot of heat going on. I've been cloning with this stuff for years and years, and I've never exceeded 73 degrees on my cloner. There's no heat. I find that
you can even clone warmer than that as long as you're running sterile.
If you have an issue with heat coming off your pump, give yourself a longer air line. Use air as your cooling force. You know what I mean?
You know what I
into the
used to
longer
do?
air
I used to
through
freeze a
from the
water
top.
bottle and then drop a water bottle inside of my
A submersible
cloner.
pump. This will give you heat. This will certainly give you heat. That's why I don't run with this. They want me to circulate the water inside there. Dude, I'm getting plenty of circulation. As soon as I kick on 4 air, I don't even use these air stones. I get rid of all that stuff. Like I said, I use these canister style air stones, and then I hook it up with some 1/8" tubing, and I just run that thing 24/7. I don't cycle it or anything. It doesn't get hot. Doesn't.
Shout out to Lucky Mike. He says, "What a pain to clean." You know what? It's really not that bad. I use H2O2, which is like a 30, I think it's either 32 or 35% hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, these things.
Throw
I
my
soak these things.
yeah, I
That's
just
it.
throw them in, soak them. They'll fizz for a while, rinse them off really well.
I just use the brown bottle shit. I don't even go fancy with it. I just use the
Right.
brown bottle shit.
If you do use the submersible, if you do
You can
use the
boil them
submersible
too.
water pump, you want to be careful to make sure that you take it completely apart, pull the impeller and everything out. When every time that you get done with a run, pull that whole fucking pump apart. Just clean it off. It can get a little bit of yuck and shit on there. Put it all back together, and you'll never have a problem.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, though, man. And that's where the whole point of it being complicated and messy and dirty is that you don't need to run this pump. It's not necessary at all. It's an over complicated. You're gonna, like you said, you're gonna heat your water because then you're also gonna need a cycle timer. This is additional equipment that you do not need in this style of cloner. All I'm using the cloner for is its shell because it has the discs and it comes with the pucks and it comes with such a cool thing. Literally, all I'm using is a nice air pump and some air stones. There's nothing complicated about the system at all. It's deep water culture cloning. My roots are submerged in the water. If the power goes out, no big deal. My stems aren't dry. The stems are submerged 1/4 inch in the water. There's no anaerobic conditions for them to dampen off with because it's constantly being aerated. If the volume of your container gets bigger, add a bigger air pump, add more air stones. There's no moving parts. There's not one moving part with the system. That's why I do it with strictly air stones. No moving parts. You don't have to deal with an impeller. You don't have to deal with anything dying. You don't have to deal with domes, lids, nothing. Over humid water conditions. I mean, you could run an oxycloner in the middle of winter with 20% humidity, and it might take you an extra 3 days to get roots. If you're at 60% humidity, but it's a fast way. I also do clone domes and all that. I mean, we're gonna run. We got bags of root riot cubes. I mean, we do all sorts of stuff. But the object is to like less is more. Less moving parts, less equipment, less plugs in general. Just like this thing sends me 2 separate things to plug in. I just need to plug one thing in. I mean, I might have upgraded my air pump, but it's an upgraded air pump. It's just gonna be a better feature than what they supply me with this little.
I say whatever
240.
method that you take clones that you successfully, like, say you get 90% or 100% cloning rate, whatever you're doing, keep doing it and don't listen to anything that we tell you. Just keep doing what you're doing. I've told this story a lot of times, but fuck it. When I first started off as a grower, I had a really, really hard time sourcing seeds and I was not hip to how shit was going on. So I was like, man, I don't want to fucking order from overseas. Fuck this shit. So all I would do is I would go to the dispos and I would get clones. It would cost me $25 for a clone. And I figured to myself, fuck it, man. Because I was just always having problems with dampening off. And I was always so afraid to open the fucking vents on that. Or the first person that taught me he wanted to keep like 1/4 inch of water in the bottom all the time, soaking the plugs and shit. And it was just, there are so many ways to do this. And having said that, there are a lot of ways to do this wrong. But there are probably 25 different methods that you could do and different little tweaks and shit that will all turn out a fucking clone. Whether it's cut it and throw it in a water bottle, whether it's rooting powder, DWC, you can have the sprayer, the misters, any of that shit, man. You can even do the fucking air grafting,
Exactly, because there's just not one way to do it. So you got to figure out which one you like the best that works for you.
Mm-hmm. You know, I want to give a shout out to Spartan again for the Root Riot with seeds. Dude, that's just the easiest fucking way in the world, and I don't think I'm gonna veer from that for a very long time. Thank you again.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's just trial and error for me. Just shit I've tried, and for me, it's the easiest. And my next easiest is just stick the fucking seed in the ground. But those root riots seem to do a better job of like
Little aeration.
holding. Make sure there's no air pockets like around the seed, so it gives room for the seed to move up and down if it does pop. But at the same time, it's covering around the whole seed with moisture, which encourages it to pop. I like them for that.
My first run of seeds that I tried for outdoor this year, I was a dumb fuck, and it was still really cold and rainy here, and I had a whole bunch of contractors and shit. So I was like, fucking them. I'll just pop them in the basement. They'll be fine. Psh, no big deal. Well, that didn't work. So that stupid move cost me the 2020 Mendocino auto of the ogre berries that me and Baked were both looking forward to. I fucked all those up because I was like, oh, I know I'm going to get this. This is going to be perfect. So then I came hat in hand to the whole panel and was like, yo, what the fuck? Spartan broke it down for me. I did it that way, threw them in the fucking clone dome, and everything took off tickety-boo. So just do something that works. And then if it doesn't work, try something else. Don't just give up. Try something else.
Right. And whatever works for you, yeah, like you said, keep doing that. But they're asking Resurrection Prophet. Shout out to that's a long time listener. How deep do you put them in the cubes? I just kind of stick them. I just kind of roll them into the hole and then just push them down with my finger.
So it's almost flush a little bit, maybe down, but not much.
Yeah, it doesn't have far to go.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice too because I had some that kind of crawled out. You know what I mean? They started growing off to the side. I literally just carefully was able to push the tails down inside of the cube itself. Whereas if that was soil, you know, who knows? My big fat Fred Flintstone fingers might have fucked that shit up. So.
I usually would just bury them. I'll just take that cube and just carefully put it on the soil. I'm going to on the transplant, just bury that shit.
There you go. Come on up, baby.
I love playing surgeon, like when I pop them in paper towel. I mean, I love that method too, Spartan, but
hey.
I've just always been old school paper towel, you know, and taking the little tweezers once they stopped,
rubber tip ones,
putting them in the. I like Light Warrior. I usually just go right into Light Warrior. I've just always had good luck with that, but yeah, and I just like playing. You remember that game when you were little?
Operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn it. Yeah. I always am like, putting it in the hole because I make a little hole. I don't know what you guys do, but I always make a little hole. I wet the medium and then I make a little hole and make sure it has enough like breathing room. And then I kind of pack it in there a little bit. Then I position it. And I don't know. It just is always kind of fun for me to just kind of do that. So I get the appeal of putting in the root riot cubes. I've never tried that. I think I might try it the next time just because it seems easier than the whole fucking paper towel method.
Oh yeah, there's so many different things with the paper towel method. There is also like somebody gave us a tip one time about take a thumbtack and use a thumbtack to stick the sandwich bag that's holding the paper towel so that the roots will grow down. Has anybody ever heard that one before?
Yeah, you tack it to a wall. You tack the bag to your cupboard.
Yeah.
I did that.
Did you do that?
Inside door.
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
So that,
I saw somebody on Instagram do it, so I tried it.
It's like, okay, fuck it.
And yeah, they grow straight down, so it's easy to just put them in a hole.
I've never had a problem with them being all curvy.
Yeah.
I used to always put mine on my
Well, that's
light.
why I stopped doing it. It was more work than I needed to. It was just a cool little like, oh, it works. But yeah, like gravity work.
My outdoor crops, I always drop seeds right into cocoa. Seeds right into cocoa.
What about if the plant does not shuck the seed when it comes up? Do you guys do the surgery on that? Do you let them try to grow out and then try to fuck with it? What's the scoop?
I'll spray it with water.
9 out of 10 out of cocoa, it will shuck its seed, I found. Like if I put it in cocoa, it will usually do it on its own. I rarely have an issue with it.
Right on.
It's when
I'll just keep spraying it every day with water. And then do that for a week. And if it still doesn't open, then I'll try to fucking crack that shell off.
That's a good tip too.
Yeah, get in there and do surgery, man. It's survival of the fittest, but sometimes you want them all to survive, so you go in there and you crack them with your thumbs. I mean, sometimes, I mean, if it's not coming out, it's not coming out. Like I said,
Have you ever killed one doing that? You ever pop the top off of a seed
I
and
have.
walk around trying to get it?
Oh yeah, yep, I have.
Chop their head,
Take their heads off.
chop their head
man.
right off with the thumbnail.
Go full Queen of Hearts on them.
Nice.
Off with their heads.
I remember early on when I was first growing, and I took the top off, and I was like, "Well, it'll be okay. It'll still grow." And my mentor came over and was like,
Nah, you could cut that shit.
"Yeah, nope." I was
Right
like,
on.
"Really?" I was so pissed.
Eat it.
It'll grow out of it.
Eat it.
I thought it would grow a new top. No.
That's the first hard topping, right? That's truly a fuck I missed. The fimming accidents here.
Yeah, what if it like right out the back or like a octa top and just like
Oh, that'd be
you come
crazy as
out
fuck,
the
wouldn't it?
bottom. Yeah, that'd be a cool technique.
Has
Maybe
anybody
it's
had
something we
double
don't
speed
know
before?
otherwise and get rid of-
Nope. I
maybe in
haven't.
like under
I
hydroponic
haven't either.
conditions, get rid of the cotyledon, blow it up like that.
Cotyledon.
No.
The very uppermost. The toppermost of the poppermost.
You need to artificially create that somehow. Explode growth. Is it like a reverse tissue culture? Take the root to tissue culture the plant instead of the top.
I've got a follow-up question that kind of goes with what we're dealing with here is how early do you start your IPM on seedlings and what do you use?
I use.
What?
Spartan,
I
you're muted.
use. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Who was that painted lady
Paint
talking about?
lady. Paint ladies first, yeah.
I start them early. Like when they first have their real, probably like a good set of 4 leaves is probably when I'll spray them. And I usually, I like to use either Pure Crop
Let
one
me see if I have an
or
example.
like a Mammoth P Bio or something like that. Something kind of
Something
light.
light, not
Yeah.
too
Just, like a really light, not like a super aggressive dosage or anything like it says on the bottle, like a really light dosage. But I start them early, just in case, because sometimes like I'll pick up a bag of Light Warrior or something and I'll see some thrips or whatever. And
fucking thrips in the
Hear
back?
that.
What?
Oh yeah,
That's where a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
bugs come
Light
from.
Warrior had thrips.
God
That's
damn.
why we give Grow Green shit for storing their stuff outside.
Stuff outside. Yeah. You know what? I don't want
And
to
it's
buy
under
soil like
trees at the so it's like maximum damage.
that.
Yeah, not great, but
All those
every now and
bugs
then
will
you'll get.
fall.
So it now comes with non-beneficial predators, right?
Yeah. I started using Gorilla Boost
It's not.
Cocoa and
It's
I
not
don't have
true,
any.
Skibbo. That thrips have been known to eat spider mites. So hey,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay, so in your opinion, like which one is gonna kill my fucking plant first? The spider
Both.
mites or yeah, exactly. I've never dealt with those, man. The only shit I've ever fucking dealt with is spider mites early on and PM before I figured out how to get my fucking room together. But I've never dealt with any of the
I had
other
thrips
crazy
for a
shit.
real long time.
I guess if your thrips got super bad,
I didn't
they might
know
kill it, but
what I
it's pretty rare
Oh,
that the
fungus
thrip is
gnats.
pretty
I did
bad.
deal with fungus gnats. Overwatering bullshit.
my
Fungus
thrips
gnats.
didn't kill my plants. I kept my plants big enough that they would always just destroy the bottom of my plants. Like the bottoms of my plants would just be eaten alive. There'd just be tiny little munchy bite marks all over the bottoms of my plants. Carb cap down. Second time.
No.
The outdoor gets it. I mean, it's kind of expected to get it outdoor here and there. It's all good. Carb cap's good. It's kind of expected that the outdoor gets it here and there. I mean, we're surrounded by berry plants, mulberry
I'm
tree
afraid of those
gets
caterpillars,
it,
bro.
shit like that. But I mean, there's
Yeah.
enough
Mulberry
diversity out
trees.
there. It's
Mulberry
not a
trees
big
are
deal.
covered in thrips this year, dude.
No,
Oh my
I
Yeah.
refuse to go out there. I've got a humongous,
Yeah,
probably like
I mean,
30-foot, 40-year-old
there's-
mulberry tree, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's if
Those
there's
stupid
thrips
white
out
moths,
there,
dude.
that tree is probably banking them off of everything else. I wouldn't even worry about it. I just
That was
let
a
them do its thing. If
That
they're
was a
not
funny
on your
banker
cannabis,
story last night.
they're probably
Right.
on that
Yeah.
tree. You know.
You're right.
What was the fucking Baker plant
And
story
once
last
once
night?
that's
That
gone,
was
the food
strange.
source is gone.
That was that weird bush that was growing in one of my one of my beds. I didn't know what the hell it was, but it had a bunch of aphids just chilling on it with ants farming them.
Oof.
It got to be where there was a lot, and I said, "Okay, I cut the
Okay,
fucker
we gotta
down,
do something about this shit now.
throw it in the compost pile."
Did you get your bee situation under
Yeah.
control? Your wasps and shit.
No, they're fine. I want them. I want them around.
Hold
Oh,
on.
there's. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Bake. There's a wasp net at the other spot, the one I was at today.
Are you gonna
Oh,
take some
wonderful.
plantain with you?
But they're not fucking with me, so whatever.
Yeah,
There
wasps
was-
are still good for the environment, people.
They fuck. They're predators, man. They fuck up other bugs.
Hell yeah.
But one ate a weed whip today. It got its ass whooped.
Yeah.
It came investigating a little too close.
A little too close and got.
The
I
problem
bet.
is, Painted Lady, we have about
Yeah.
this much walking room around stuff and through things. So
All that
here's
time
the
in the-
fence where they have a nest, and then we gotta walk by it regardless.
That's true. It's
Well,
pretty
I
close.
am-
That's
quarters.
some piss
Yeah,
poor
I
planning
get
right
that they
there, bro.
put their homes in like terrible places.
Yeah, it's like, why'd you do
Do you
that?
have to
could've
hit the
put it over
nest?
in
Do
the
you have to
back
actually bump the
corner.
nest?
No, it's just on the fence. So as long as you don't touch the fence
Do
and
you have
jostle
to
the
bump
fence,
the nest to get by?
no, you don't have to.
Yeah,
But you
You
will.
don't have to,
Yeah,
but
you
we will.
We've got
will.
one. We've got one right above our. We got one right above our door. I mean, we're constantly underneath this thing.
That
He's
thing dive bombed.
did it. It's been pretty
See,
cool.
Becca's
Dive
getting
bombs.
attacked. You've got what's that syndrome called?
I was going
What's that syndrome?
Where you start
Just,
like liking your captor.
We just keep
It's called
knocking it off,
Stockholm.
but-
Stockholm
Yeah,
syndrome.
you got Stockholm syndrome, right? those
Get
wasps out to
get yourself some. Get a little habitat. You can take a whole bunch of bamboo stalks or dowel rods or something and hollow them out. Have little.
See, well, if I
like,
get stung
you
again,
know,
I'm
like
gonna get a
little
flamethrower.
quarter-inch holes.
Go to Menards and get that flamethrower for $39.
I'll bring right here. I got my
Okay, there you go.
the
That
wasp
time.
nest will be gone. in
Bro,
no time.
I'm gonna
Guarantee.
laugh when he posts
Put a
a
little
video of him.
habitat in the garden.
These wasps are on fire and they're stinging me, but they're on fire. Oh,
His
they're not
face
gonna
is all
die
swollen up and shit.
instantly. Yeah, and
My beard
this
goes.
thing was covered in wasps. There's so many. They have an army.
So these are the
So-
yellow and black ones, right? Or are these the-
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, they're angry little fuckers.
No, they're just the hornets, the brown,
The brown
like
ones?
wood of hornet like looking things, brown, black.
Yeah. I
This
don't
thing
know.
was stinging me,
One
and
of those.
it was just fucking attached to my fucking ankle for a while, and then it fucking went flying
That's
off.
some burn right there, man.
Yeah. We're gonna get some chemicals.
It's just
Get that-
today's all. It
That
wasn't bad.
fogger
It's
shit,
that-
man.
Thank God that plantain was there.
Have you ever used
It's
the hot shot spray?
Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a 20-yard stream that's pretty darn accurate.
They've actually got it on sale at Sam's Club today. I noticed.
Oh
Is it
man.
like
A
5
double
packs
pack.
so you can like get down with them and
Yeah,
like
it's
put
big
one
old
in
pack.
each hand and just crossfire these motherfuckers?
I've used
I don't know
them.
about spraying chemicals around there though. I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm not a big fan of getting
I'd
torn up in
rather
my
do-
ankles either.
The thing
No,
is, we
don't
can
spray
direct
chemicals
it.
at pollinators, man. No, don't. That's a terrible idea.
They,
Well,
Fuck
how
up
do you
other-
how do you
other-
how do you move
pollinator
how do you move a wasp nest? I've asked the
Smoke.
bug lady this, and I got no good
you hire
answers.
somebody. If you don't like it, get a professional to come out and move it for you.
Yeah, fuck
Don't
all
spray-
that. No.
Oh, and they're gonna be like, yeah, that
I'll
was
remove
just
it.
for
Don't
your
worry,
$500,
I
and
got
they
it.
take
Honeybees will
advantage
take
when
that
it-
shit right to their nest.
I'll remove that
And-
motherfucker.
and-
Don't worry, Baked. I know a professional.
Or
I'll
deal
take
with it. Or
Yeah,
deal
I
with it.
do
Or
too.
move it. Down yourself.
I'm gonna go check them
Tons of
out.
ways. But we live in Michigan, dude. In Michigan, guess what, man? That nest is gone at the end of the season. They need to find a new place to come back next year. So you
No
can
big deal
take
if
it
it's
down
gone a
at the
little bit
end.
early then. Just get a head start on
Just
there.
gonna give them a little.
I'm just saying
Yeah, there you
chemicals
go.
are a terrible idea because we have an issue with pollinators.
Yeah, Bake. Can
dying
we get
out.
the fogger
When I
sound?
walk around my garden, I rely on the food that comes out of my garden, and I don't see near enough pollinators that there should be out there. There's no
Yeah, well,
honeybees,
they-
dude. We have a
well, they can
huge,
stop
beautiful
stinging.
garden and no
They
fucking
can stop stinging
honeybees.
me. I'm gonna
Is
fuck
a
up.
wasp-
Anything that stings me is gonna get fucked up.
These
Bring
chemicals
your-
are merely on contact killers. They're not systemic or anything. They're just you have to hit them and you get them. It'll be all right.
Get them and get them.
As long
Yeah.
as they're safe.
Yeah, because
Fire is safe. Fire is safe.
yeah, if you want to try to burn them, that is on you, dude.
Fire
That
safe.
seems like the dumbest idea.
Like-
I've done that many times.
Flamethrower is a good idea. That's not a bad idea.
Does it go up?
Flamethrower is a great idea, actually.
Yeah, well,
It's a-
the
they're
ones that
on
they
a
use for
wooden
weeds,
fence.
the ones they use for weeds,
Yeah,
not
it just
like
hooks onto
treated
propane.
lumber.
I'm not
That's all.
talking about an army issue fucking
No,
flamethrower.
it hooks
I'm
onto a
talking-
propane tank. It's
You
just
can
a
get
wand.
those things. You can get those things at Harbor Freight, dude, for $15.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
maybe
man.
20.
You know, and then in
Well, I'll
the
tell you
wintertime,
what.
you can turn around and melt your whole driveway with that very same thing baked. You can just go out there and just fucking get down with it, man.
If you burn down the
And then you
fence,
can shoot lumber with it.
we'll be able to build a bigger one,
All right, how about you?
like we were talking about, a little
Bigger
bit more
one?
room.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That
Yeah,
would be rather serendipitous.
we can spread them out a little bit more.
The cup's half full, right?
How big of a space are you working with? Like, I know we have this much room between the aisles, which, you know, between, I'm telling
I
you,
don't
you
know.
guys
What is
both
it?
worked at Mitt and Canico with the
16 by
whole aisle
16.
thing. I don't know how you fucked this up and got them so close to each other.
Well, I mean, I'm used to it. And that's the thing. That's
Well, it's the,
it's
it's
just
the
how we get around mitten. Sometimes you gotta squanch in between things, but it's 16 by 16, so like it's not
Okay.
like it's not horrible. But now that we put the net up, you're limited.
How did you put your net up in there? Just right to the fence itself?
Let me see if I'll just pull
Or
up
T-post.
Spartan. I'll
I
pull up
think I put
Spartan's
it into
thing,
the
'cause
store.
he's got a good video of it, I think. Didn't
Oh,
you
my-
do one? Hmm.
I think I did
Ooh,
a
Lucky
video.
Mike says treated lumber is the worst splinter to get, bro. I redid the deck over at this house several years ago, and I had that pressure treated 2x6 shit, man, and that got
I don't know about
into like
that.
my thumb. Oh my god, man, that
You
was
ever had
horrible.
fucking metal splinters? That's
Yes.
fucking some pretty bad shit.
If you can't get it out with a magnet or a knife, you're fucked.
Yeah, and it starts to get infected and shit, and it
Yeah.
starts to hurt. Yeah,
I don't like the metal wire stuff. That stuff, if it frays, it'll get you like that real good. You know, metal, whatever it's called.
yeah.
Strange lady is hitting Rippy long stockings or Mini Ripperton.
Rippy long
So-
stockings.
Yeah,
So
either
picture
one.
is-
You can choose either name for it. It works.
So as
I
base
think I
trying
have
to find this, I
metal
don't know if you'll be able to find it or not, but
Yeah, I don't think
I
you-
have-
picture a
I have a
square
splinter.
Skilbo.
In this hand, I have a splinter, in this finger. I have a splinter in this finger. I have a splinter in the middle of my hand.
From
here.
what?
I have a splinter. In,
Current splinters.
yeah, these are current splinters, and I have about 4 or 5 in my feet. Also, this
You need
is
some
just
draw
from doing
salve,
this.
bro.
You know what,
Today-
dude?
this is
There's
today's
these cool
Sunday.
things called gloves and
This is
shoes.
when I-
Gloves and shoes.
I use gloves also. I also
Gloves.
use gloves. And I
Oh, here we
use
go. I found it.
shoes. Use both of
Fuck.
them items. But
on-
sometimes
on-
I don't
Right
use
on.
them.
All right, here's the trellis net. Let's see, it's gonna switch real quick. I'll go back.
There
so
we go.
as you can see, why was so
Okay.
it's
My
just
first
those
job
metal.
was-
It's
used to
those
get a lot of
metal,
metals.
real thick
T-posts.
metal T-posts on the ends, and then it's just those garden posts in the middle to keep it tight.
Right.
And then we're gonna add. This was just a prototype, so now we're gonna add them to the other 2 rows on the left and the right there. But yeah, so just some trellis. I think we cut off a little bit on the end. We didn't want the ends, but
It could be just be 3 rows, 3 rows
Yeah.
of
then
floor
we'll
plan.
put one right there. And yeah. Oh, the wasp. I can show you where these.
You can show me where the wasps are hanging
Oh.
out.
The So
Yeah.
see where the gate is on the over here where my mouse is.
Yeah.
Okay, the wasps are right here.
Oh, where you got to come in.
Yeah, and there's chicken wire all right here, so you can't even like touch them if you want. You
Across the
gotta.
bottom. They're behind the
Keeping
chicken
those
wire.
rabbits
They're
out.
behind the chicken. Yeah, for sure. We haven't had rabbit issues.
Hell yeah,
Luckily.
Yeah, it has kept the rabbits out, I think.
because that's
But,
what got you last year.
Not the snakes or the wasps.
Snake's still chilling in there, yeah.
Snake
Which is
is good for your garden. Keep that mofo in there.
Yeah, we don't mind him. He just needs to know not to surprise us.
Oh my god.
He's not gonna bite you, bro.
fucking pussy.
This is the banana day. This is banana day.
That's a gardener's sake.
Well, I'll just stay on the other side. It's a big backyard.
That's a very
Oh
happy
my
looking plant right
God.
there.
Look at
What
the
is-
nose.
I
There
spent
is-
so much time. I think Bake did 4 plants to me stripping that one, and this is
Yep.
after the strip.
Which one is that?
Banana Daddy.
Banana Daddy. Okay.
But it's super tight nose. It's
Yeah.
stupid,
Yeah.
stupid tight.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah, man.
Looking good.
Yeah, everything's happy. You know, some
Yeah.
things want a little bit more, but like Sour D, that's expected. That thing wanted, when I grew it indoors, it just wasn't happy with whatever whatever ppms you give it. It was just like I want more. So I expected that outdoor. But everything else, the trop juices are going real good. They're like pew, like little 2 towers.
2 towers from the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
That's
perfect.
nice though, you know.
But they're thick and sturdy. And we've been with this wind, everything's just been getting stronger, which is great.
Yeah, because we haven't been staking anything. It's just been blowing in the wind this whole time until we
Yep.
put that net up on that one row.
Yeah.
Nice. It's looking good.
Some
Yeah,
of
it's
those
fun.
leafy ones, man. You see them outside, and you're like, ah, man. I
That's
hope
what
I'm
saying.
able
It's
to
not-
bring
It wasn't
you
nearly
some-
that leafy inside. It's cool to see some of these really expressed differently outside. Like this looks like a whole different plant outside. That Banana Daddy for sure. It
wish I
still
saw it.
smells similar and it smells great right now. And it's already sticky as shit. Like when I was de-leafing that or defoliating, whatever you want to call it, my hands were sticky.
We are getting some pest pressure from those beetles.
It's fucking
Japanese beetles.
Japanese beetles. Yeah, we found
Are they
a
tearing your
couple of
plants
those.
up?
No, I don't think so.
Fun,
but
but it's just we're catching them. Like get the
I think
fuck
it's
They're
out.
gonna be
fucking biting the
matter of
shit out of you while
time.
you're trying to work.
Found a grasshopper.
Oh yeah.
Baked
Flicked people out.
evicted that fucker.
Yep.
Organic
The
shield.
Japanese
Are you-
beetles are gone.
We're gonna try to get
Done.
organic shield out there.
Warzone. There we go. We were gonna get traps, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. I was like, oh.
We still got
Really?
well, they
We
must have
just
they
started
must have
getting
just
them.
flew over here.
They
then.
moved.
Yeah, like they said, oh
The green ones, right? The green.
no, these are brown.
Brown backs and green heads, but green black
Yeah.
heads.
Maybe they just need to
You're
mold.
Super shiny, like almost metallic looking.
Yeah.
Metallic. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
went
flew
after
into
our
the bucket of water and
cherry.
killed themselves.
Yeah, we
We
got a lot of
just
them in the water.
Idiot.
Cherry
Have you ever seen the traps that
Apple
work for
tree.
those?
kicked their ass.
No.
They're like bags and they hang them, and I guess there might be a scent or something on them. But I've seen like usually it's at a farm or something where they get a lot of them, and the bag is like a foot and a half long, and talk about a foot of just solid bugs.
Wow.
They're
And
$10 a bag.
recently-
Dude. Yeah.
I
That's what we were
recently
gonna
saw
do.
a TikTok where they said, "What do we do with all of our Japanese beetles?" And then they started saying, "Well, we give them to our chickens." And then they like showed how they had to give them to them though, because the chickens wouldn't eat them in a bowl. They wouldn't eat them
I
on
got a
their
weird
other
question.
food. You
What
had
if
to
we
dump
turned them
on the
into
ground.
like insect frass, like chitin and shit? We ground
I
them. up.
wonder if
Yeah, dude.
what
Just crush them up
Just
and make
crush
them
those
into powder.
motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what they would
Put
yield
them in
that way.
put them in some water and drown them, and then let them dry out. Crush
Oh,
With a
them.
like
little
a
bit of stuff
tea?
in it.
It's like sunflower seeds, right?
I'd
Well,
say
no,
catch
just,
them outside. Just walk around with a cup of water with a little bit of dish soap in it,
Let 'em
and
dry
fucking
out.
just
Yeah,
pick them up and put them in that water.
A little bit of soap. But yeah, man, those traps are what we were gonna get last week, but then our population died off because it was going to be like a day for shipping. We had none in any of the stores around us to like just go purchase. We had to like order them one way or another, and it was going to take 2 weeks. And then I was like, well, let me look it up. And I looked it up, and there was like a lifespan of these things that was like 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it is. And I was like, well, it might be done. So I went out and looked at the trees, shook it. No, they were gone. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to order these fucking things. So if they're just showing up, if you don't have the traps now, make sure that it doesn't take 2 weeks to get the traps. But if you can put out traps now at the beginning of the infestation, those things, from what I'm seeing, work the best. That's like there's no chemicals being put off. There's just a scent on this trap. They fly in a
Terps,
bag
man.
and
It's
they
the Terps that brings them in.
It's the Terps that kill them.
Baked caught a bunch of, what were they, carpenter bees or some shit too with those traps?
Oh yeah, but those are attracted. You can buy scent for those, but those are they're just attracted to the wood. It's like pine or something.
Oh,
So that little box with the hole in it,
yeah.
it's pine or something like that, and they go for that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely got some carpenter bees this year.
You know, I'm glad that you showed that picture of the plant, though. Going back to that Spartan, and baked, because I always thought I did something fucking wrong when I put it outside, or they weren't getting enough light, basically. Because I was like, God, it looks like a re-veg, and I think somebody mentioned
Yeah.
that too. And it's like, because there's so many leaves, and it's just completely different. I mean, I think my first plant outside that was doing that was Cherry Garcia, and I had grown it indoors and didn't do that at all. And so I was kind of like, what the fuck did I do wrong? Or maybe it just wasn't getting enough light, because I don't get enough light out there where they were at. But so yeah, I always just was kind of like, well, whatever, it's just what it is, because that's how my plants are going to look with the light amount, or the amount of light that they get. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that you showed all that, because I have leafy ass fucking plants too, and now I'm gonna have to,
get out there and get to
We
work.
we went through the last 2 days and got it all.
It definitely has enough light.
So I think we don't have to strip them again for hopefully a couple weeks.
I just think of the difference in the size between your garden and Painted Ladies and how many leaves she's gonna. I mean, we're talking about leaf bags full of fucking leaves, guys.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, put them on the ground, and then Numbnuts is down there eating all of them. And before I realized it, Alvin Harris.
Yep.
And I was like, what the hell? And it's her eating all of them. Like, oh, I forget, the cats, and they'll eat like maybe like half a leaf or something here or there, but she'll just eat. If I put them on the ground, she'll just keep eating. So I gotta remember that.
She's a glutton.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen Gardens brings up the point that I think is the conclusion to that
potato bugs
or that funkiness. No, it's putting it out too early. If you put it out too early, it'll go into flower and then it'll re-veg out. You put it out when it's like I don't know, late April, early
June or something.
What's that?
I don't think we.
I think you put it out like early May.
Yeah, we put that out. We put that out in like June.
The Banana Daddy we did? I thought it was when we put it in later.
No, Banana Daddy and Sour D were the first to go in.
Oh, okay.
And I think that was earlier June.
When did you put those autos in?
That shouldn't do it.
What
June,
autos?
You don't have any autos at all?
Unless you're going from were you going from 24-hour lighting? Did you go from 24-hour lighting?
No, because not Spartan veg it.
It was 18.
18.
I don't think it would have been too early. It
might have. I mean, well, sometimes that going from, because
the only one out there. We don't have another. We don't have another Banana Daddy though.
Daylight. I think we're less than 18 hours of daylight anyway. So once you put them outside, you're giving them a couple of hours of a shock. Maybe just didn't like that shock.
Yeah, who knows?
It would have showed up like fucking a month ago, not now.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's been out for like a month.
Yeah,
yeah,
just showed up within the last 2 weeks.
Then yeah.
Oh, maybe that's like an early flowering or something.
Oh, it's it's
weird.
It's just outdoor. It expresses like the tightest nodes, whereas indoor, I don't know. You grew it indoor, Spartan. I mean, were they really spaced out, or like in comparison to like something like GMO, that has immense space?
Right. Yeah. It was. No, they're pretty close, but it was like it never stretched much.
Oh yeah. And it didn't stretch at all outdoor.
More nodal spacing, not like throwing pistils and calyxes and stuff.
Say what?
There's nodal spacing, like just the nodal spacing.
Yeah, just the space between the nodes itself was pretty tight, but
like literally on top of each other.
Yeah, it grew nice dense buds though. It was pretty nice. Where outdoors it was to an extreme close node spacing, and then 4 times as many leaves.
Yeah.
Almost
Outdoor is
like
just
Mac
a
1.
different breed, I think. It's just like that papaya last year that was pink outdoor
Yeah.
and regular, colors indoor.
That's cool.
It's like
I'd like to have a
UV
pink
light.
variety.
Yeah.
Good UV.
I'm trying to remember that one that I had that was pink. That was that money tree genetic shit. You guys grew it at Mitten when you first started there. What the fuck one was that? Shit.
Oh, Heaven Sent.
Heaven Sent. Yes.
Oh.
That one goes pink.
Man, that was so much effort by my part to fucking pull that out of my brain.
I'm surprised, bro. You're still I had the reason I knew who they were is I bought a clone one time of something called True Blue, and it was a Blue Dream cross that they had made, man. And I just had the perfect structure of Blue Dream and the hazy buds that still were blue. It's really, really nice.
Wait, hold on. Blue Dream is ugly. I'm growing it now. And it is one of those
you know what? This is your first run.
never pray. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's my first one, but it's never like praying. It's green and it's happy.
Dude, mine was happy as shit.
And the growth rate is good, but it's one of those the leaves
Going
are
more
just
the blueberry side of things.
I don't know, just everything's going on. It's a mess. It's a messy plant when you look at it.
Yeah, the way Jack Greenstock explained it to me is like it just sprawls out and gets wide and big and just fucking will get all over the place.
Yeah, everything's doing its own thing. Have you ever seen a plant that, not because you stressed or did anything wrong, but
GG4.
genetically, when you're looking at the next node growing, it's just twisting and doing its own thing.
Oh shit! No, not twisting.
You never see it. So how when the next set of fan leaves are coming, they come straight up usually and they're nice and uniform. You got 2 of them, and they come out and then they kind of do their whoop. Well, with this, it's like they're just ugly. I don't know. Like some of the fan leaf fingers are going this way, some are going that way, and they don't straighten out until they get bigger. And once they get out and then you have your next node going, then they're more normal looking. But I don't have. Let me see. I got a clone of it.
I can't wait to
I got a
fucking try
clone
the
of
smoke,
it.
man.
I don't have the flowering plant. I can't
Yeah,
bring.
I can't either. Still, but we're all excited to really smoke it. I mean, this is supposed to be the Santa Cruz cut. So
can we talk about the place that you guys got this from? How that place works?
Strainly?
Yes.
Yeah. So Strainly is like a genetic. It's a equipment, seeds, clone, eBay basically, where people can go and put seeds up for a price. You can negotiate sometimes, and they'll send it to you. Then you can review people. So it's just like eBay in that you want to check out who you're buying from first, and then obviously you're on the internet, so use PayPal, Venmo, one of the protected pay apps. But here's chemo. Here's chemo. You see how it's nice and uniform?
Pretty. Yes, symmetrical.
Yep. All right. Here's the clone. Same time.
Oh my god.
You see how it's just kind of messy, man.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean,
It's gonna be
that's related to sativas,
trim,
but
bro.
yes, that's one of my thoughts. So that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the Creature Panic I brought out earlier, but I just want to show this is about a little bit before this is when I start spraying the size.
Okay.
But that's how I do it.
What do you start with as your first IPM baked when they're young?
One of the oils for sure. Unless I mean, obviously, if I got a clone, I'm dunking it in sulfur first. But
attaboy.
If it's a seed like these get an oil like Pure Crop. I like Lost Coast. I want to try that Organic Shield that Spartan got.
What was the oil that they were using in those?
You got thyme, you got peppermint, you got.
Is it geranium oil in there too?
No, that might be somebody else. They all use different oils.
Thyme oil is in Mammoth, I believe.
The Mammoth, okay, yep. I liked when I sprayed that because then it smelled good.
And then Lost Coast is are they
peppermint?
Peppermint, and it's soybean oil.
Soybean, that's it.
and then Pure Crop One, I think, is soybean oil, and I don't know what else. But
I was looking at Power Size at work, and it was castor oil, I think.
same diff.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Twin
but that's
Health
why I
would,
want to try the Organic Shield because
cover.
the oils are nice, but sometimes I don't think they're powerful enough to
I
where
like
like I want something that touches the bug and it dies, not like, oh, it can't eat or something,
Gets
and
picky.
that's why I'm interested in that Organic Shield, which uses plant esters or something.
Yeah.
Spartan was telling me about. So yeah, we're gonna try that outdoor, and then maybe I'll try it indoor.
that's the Bloom Yellow Bottles product.
Yeah, yeah, it's the one you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I was just telling him how like I feel like oils aren't packing a punch these days.
I like it so far. I mean, that's what I've been using, and it
You can
works
spray it
pretty
with the
well.
lights on and stuff, it says. So
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what I've been using outdoors because that's where all the bugs are, and all that stuff. And I feel like it's still safe for the pollinators and everything.
I've been using soap nuts,
Yeah.
man, and I don't have any fucking bugs. I'm gonna knock it, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything, and I'm like, wow, because I am kind of wary about what I spray on my plants. I really don't like to do it, but I learned through the years that I have to have some kind of program where I'm just, it's like free balling. What are you showing out for, Red?
The Stranley website. We got a profile on here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's STRAINLY.com, correct?
Yeah.
We're not
Here,
getting
Red.
focused.
I can bring it up. I forgot about that.
Yeah, let's do this real quick.
You want-
Faith is laughing
So
at you.
it's like eBay and basically.
What are we looking for?
Um,
Let's try to find some chem dog.
Okay,
Okay.
let me share it first. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
then you
found
can-
that it's really great to find people. It's good to find good deals or old seeds. Oh, you think that pack is gone? It might be on Strainly. So here's Strainly when you get here. I usually just go up here and search what I want.
Okay.
But you got seeds, you got even tissue culture, pollen they're selling now,
Wow,
clones,
that's crazy. I didn't know they were
equipment.
selling pollen.
Yeah, equipment, but I honestly stay away from equipment. I mean, certain things you can buy, but obviously
Cross
that's
contamination
that's
issues you're
risky.
worried
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
So let's say we're looking for Kim Dog. Kim Dog. You just search it. It's pretty slow servers, but
That's all right.
then you'll get. So right now I'm getting seeds, clones,
Yeah, we
all
want
this
a
stuff
clone.
right here. But you get small breeders, you get small seed banks trying to start up. Look right here. This is where we got our This is
Click
the
it.
guy we got our blue. What's it called from?
$75 for a
He's also
proven
got
clone
GMO.
is not too much to ask for.
Yeah, Ben's Nursery is where we got the Blue Dream. This is what he has. Oh, it doesn't tell you.
Dude, I haven't
So
logged
yeah,
into
you would
this
come
thing in
here and you would click
years.
request.
Okay.
Or you could contact him and be like, hey, I'll give you $70 or hey, give me 75 shipped or something. I don't know. You can
Okay.
haggle, which is kind of fun. But here's his list. He's got all the old school.
How was the shipping on that?
So this is where right here. So this is what we did. We bought 3. And then we
Okay.
got so it was
Free overnight?
220. Yeah, 220 and then free overnight. So we ended up he wanted the sour diesel, I wanted
The
Blue Dream. Did he get rid of it? Oh, there it is.
Dark
And then
discourse.
he went ahead and grabbed the New York Piff number 3, which is Cuban Black Haze times Northern Lights number 5.
I like the NL5.
So yeah, I love this site. Like I come up here, I'll be like Soulfire.
Okay.
Does anybody drop any deals
What are we
on
looking for?
Soulfire this week?
Which
I
one
don't
do you
know,
want?
just lemon grab,
Lemongrass.
Let's say,
Okay.
and I know the prices, so I'm looking for certain prices. And see, this website can be slow sometimes.
I mean, but this could be a great way to fucking start your garden, especially if you are a medical patient and you really need proven meds where you're like, okay, I've got fibromyalgia and Blue Dream is supposed to be really, really good for me. So let me try to get the real deal rather than trying an imposter and then coming to, miss
I
out.
completely
it's
forgot.
cool.
Well, let me show you.
profile on
I mean,
there
it's
we
not
go.
like it's not like
I've been
completely
meaning to get a
vetted,
PO
proven
box
to
for
be
so
that,
long
but-
so I can actually sell some packs.
There you go, Red.
And that's
They're
the
not that
thing, like,
Out there. Finally got a PO
real
box.
real quick, this is how I kind of look at people. So you click on their profile, Ben's Nursery or whatever their name is, and then you come down here. You can see how many things they have open. If they only have one thing, that might be kind of sketchy. You can sometimes see what they'll take for payment. If they're
Cash
taking
App,
PayPal,
PayPal.
I'm usually that's that helps a lot for me because I'm like, well, I'm protected with PayPal,
Right.
not with friends and family, but I've used that guy. But anyways, then you
Okay.
come down here and you got reviews. So look, 99% positive, but not that. He's got 99 of them.
That's good
So
though.
this isn't Amazon where there's robots making, reviews for these people. So that means 99 people reviewed them. And typically it's like etiquette to kind of like review each other. Be like, that was a good buyer, or that was a
Sure.
good sale. And that's kind of how the whole community on this website works. And yeah,
And they
so
will ship. That's a really interesting point right there, man.
oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, get on here. You can post your stuff if you're about to breed and you want to sell your packs for $30. Put them on here. It's a good place to get started. So they have their own messaging system inbox here. You
See
got a
some
wish list
pictures.
I've
Yeah.
never used.
You'll
So
How
see
long
all
has
of
this
our
been
stuff
around,
on
babe?
there. I told you,
this
we had one of
website's
those
been around for a while, but I know it hasn't gained reputation until the last like 2 or 3 years because I remember hearing about it and being like, I'm not going on there. Like that's how
It's
you
still
get
kind of
busted.
underground.
That's a
I still think
scam,
it's
right?
kind of an
Yeah.
underground thing still, which is kind of cool. I don't know how
So
long it's
yeah,
gonna
that's Stranely. Really good place to get genetics and
Good
stuff.
resource.
Yeah, good resource, exactly.
You can find our green room stuff on there as soon as we get it on.
Right.
I've been meaning to get a PO
Heck
box
yeah.
so that I can get my stuff on there. Finally got a PO box, so gives us the ability to get stuff like our CBD and all that shit out there. So you just finally reminded me that we had a Strainly. I've had a Strainly account for like 3 years. I just haven't had a PO box, so and I've been meaning to get one. There we go.
Yep.
So
And
I'm about
obviously,
to
if you're
list a bunch
getting
of shit.
clones, quarantine them, scope them, dunk them.
Dunk 'em. Dunk Rube,
These
baby.
people are reputable or whatever, but you don't know who they are. So you just want to make sure. I didn't have any issues, I'll tell you, with this guy on the Blue Dream or the other ones my friend got. So, knock on wood, but clean clones.
Yep. And don't forget either, like I did, like a dumbass a couple years ago.
It's on you,
Yep. Introduced PM to my garden. So that's what happens. It's as easy as that. It's forgetting and doing something dumb and then running downstairs. And then as soon as you're down there, and then 2 weeks later, boom. So now,
Have you been eating powdered donuts in your grow again?
I wish that's what it was. When I saw it, I wanted to die. Especially because it was a great cut too. I think that was the it was the one I took from the farm. So it was an outdoor, and it was Humboldt. Or no, it wasn't. Anyway, I'm not going to remember.
Muffin,
Huh?
Was it blueberry muffin from Humboldt?
No, it was a really popular one a couple years ago. It was really super frosty. I think it started with an S. Not Humboldt Genetics, but I can't think of who it was. But damn, I can't think of it. Anyway, yeah, I was really super excited to run it, and yep, wah wah. So, yep, don't forget, dunk that shit in some sulfur. That stuff is so cheap at the store. You get it at Meijer.
Yeah, no, that's the best part, isn't it?
Yep.
$7.86 or some ridiculous shit. Like that.
Man, my
It'll
Meyer's
last
got
you forever.
Fox Farm
man.
newts now.
Oh yeah, they're all selling shit now. You can go to Lowe's and buy grow lights and stuff. And they sell their own little fucking 3 parts and stuff.
Damn, that's gonna bug me the rest of the night. Trying
to think of those Bruce Hornsby seeds. Yeah.
Go through your social media, see if you made a post.
Right.
That was the story.
That's it, Eric. Thank you. Oh my God, that's gonna
Slurricane.
take me a lifetime tonight of thinking.
Slurricane.
Oh,
Slurricane. That's what
You
it
know-
was.
I like the grapey slurricane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard it wasn't really all that flavorful. Or just slurricane. It was pretty and it photographed well, but I never
pretty
actually
crap.
smoked it. I don't think. Yeah, but I just wanted it for, everybody had it at
Sure.
that time, so I was
that's
really stoked about
the
that. And a blood orange something from Humboldt. Blood
Oh,
orange.
that sounds interesting. I like blood oranges.
Damn, that one. Yeah, I really wanted that one, but wah.
I got a
Wah, wah, wah.
Slurricane in my archive. I've been meaning to pop for years. Should I even bother popping the Slurricane?
That's what I was thinking.
Is
Got
it
those
phased out by
slurricane
now?
crosses, Spartan.
Saying
The sticky drips.
Yeah, all those ones.
It was like
I think I might have a
Slurricane
few,
7 and I
But
can't
that's
remember what
in-house. That Red's talking about the archive slurricane.
I got the archive ones.
Ah.
Archive did the F1, F2s or F1s
I think-
or whatever the hell he
I
did.
thought
He did,
Archive made it and then
Slurricane F1.
in-house found the cut.
Which one did Old Man have?
'Cause
Archive
it's like
made those,
Slurricane number
Archive
11
made
or
those,
something that's out there.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Something happened where Archive made a Slurricane, or Archive did the Dozy Dough or something, and then in-house did the Purple Punch in Dozy Dough and made Slurricane, or Archive did it, and then Purple Punch did it, and then in-house did it, and they called it Slurricane too. No, in-house made it, in-house did it, and called it Slurricane, and then Archive Fletch went and bred a Purple Punch and Dozy Dough with same crosses, same things, and he called it Slurricane F1 just so that he could distinguish the difference between in-house's Slurricane and his Slurricane. But because the name was already given to that cross as Slurricane, he called it Slurricane. And he got a ton of flack for it, calling it Slurricane. But I mean, he did the cross. Like he did the cross. It was the same. I mean, maybe he could have tried it. Maybe because the cross existed through something else, he could have did something different, right?
Couldn't have
Maybe
put a
that's
Z
the
at
thing.
the end of it and call it
Uh,
slurricane.
Slurricanes.
Yeah.
It's
I
got to
don't
be
know.
the
He
Z
called
in
it
the
Slurricane
beginning.
F1, which is
Slurricane.
still the same thing. It was the F1, but it was Purple Punch and Dozy Dough. I'd imagine. I mean, he used in-house used Fletcher's Dozy Dough to begin with, or something like that. So I don't think that there is any differential in the actual crosses themselves. I've got 2 of those packs, and one of them that I dug into before, and I'll tell you what, some really dense weed, man. Like a 32-ounce jar? Is that the big one? 32-ounce
Yeah.
jar? Or is that 64?
64 is the tall one.
32?
64.
64 is the tall big one. Okay, 64. I could fit almost 5 ounces of Slurricane in one of those fuckers.
Wow.
Dude. It was just loaded up. Yeah,
Just clinkers
super
when you throw them in
dense,
the thing.
Like,
Tink.
oh, just so dense, dude. I got rid of that cut because it wasn't a keeper. Grown under single-ended HPS, super small, compact, dried out, no humidity. And then when I brought it out here, after I'd already culled it and I just was growing it, didn't keep any clones or anything, and it was just super awesome. And then I dried it out and I was like, oh man, I should have kept it. And I did the same thing with the PB Souffle and all those other ones, and I just ended up losing them because they were completely different. Like the flavor was the same, which is kind of what I was not really going for, but it was just more or less the yield and everything was, and structure and everything. Although the PB Souffle came out with a way better plant after I grew it here. Once I grew stuff here, it was just such a different plant. I mean, I no longer grow the Apollo 13 because it just doesn't grow well out here. It grew great at home. You know what I mean? The Death Star is starting to grow a lot better here. It was, oh dude, I had to fucking take a couple branches off the Death Star last week. The Death Star was doing this super weird thing. I've never had this issue with the Death Star, even though outside it's doing this really weird thing. The last couple years, I haven't had a good successful outdoor Death Star. It's been getting like this weird fried looking thing on the leaves. I don't know what's going on. None of the other plants exhibit it, just the Death Stars. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Maybe it's something to do with my heart turned off or something. But anyway, indoor, I had these crazy shoots take off. These branches come up within like a couple days, calyxed out. Boom, 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 boom. I'm in like week 6 of flower, right? I'm like teetering on to like getting ready to flush. Mostly formed colas at this point. They're getting ready to swell. They haven't really swelled up yet. It's a lot of white crown.
We're about to get off here.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he knows what time it is.
Come back
night.
Sunday
Good
night
night.
at 9
'Cause
p.m.
he
Eastern
keeps it
Standard
going.
Time for the Bro Show Live. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.